Oh. What's up, guys? Welcome to the this week tonight. It's a week, it's tonight, and it's my show. So here we are. Here you guys are. Here we all are. Welcome to the internet. It's me. I'm Jesse. That's Jeff. So he trimmed just a little bit, trimmed up that Corona beer, trying to make it look a little more presentable. What do you guys think? What do you guys think of the Corona beer?
I'm going to keep it for a while. That's what I think. Keep it nice and trimmed.
Cool. Well, what do you guys think?
I lined it up at the bottom too.
Press 1 to keep the Corona beard. 2 to get rid of it.
We should eat shrooms. Okay.
We've never done that before, ever in our lives.
Never.
Ever. Raging Rhino says nice lines. Beth says 1/2. Or is that a half? Maybe. Is that a maybe? It's a solid maybe. Well, we got a lot of ones. People like the Corona beard. If you're just joining us, guys, make sure you do press the like button.
Oppression.
We are going to get Hadassah no longer quarantined.
Oh, I like her.
I like her too.
You need to dye your hair jet black and wear a hand grenade t-shirt.
Why?
That's what Tippy Tail McKitty says.
Okay, Tippy Tail McKitty. I like that name.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to talk about stuff. We're going to talk about things.
Would you like me to start?
If we want to. I got
almonds. Why are they so goddamn expensive?
You know why, actually? I know the answer to that question.
Okay.
Right. Almonds are an expensive food because they take a ridiculous amount of water. Like, it requires a ridiculous amount of water to grow them, and they grow best in climates, or they're grown largely in climates. Specifically, the largest place where almonds are grown in this country is the Central Valley, north of here. A fucking desert where there's very limited water supply. So it is expensive to get the water to the almonds, and almonds need an F ton of it. So
an F ton, you say?
An F ton. So that is why. That is
1 gallon per almond.
There you go. You know what we should do?
What?
We should do an interactive version of the Believe It or Not stuff.
Like Ripley's?
Yeah. Or like Fact or Fiction.
Have you ever ridden a bicycle? Folks, if you want to have a good laugh after the stream, type in Jonathan Frakes asks a question and turn your browser speed on YouTube to 0.5. You won't be able to get through it without dying laughing.
It's hysterical.
Have you ever noticed how restaurants today are theme-based?
Anyway, we should have people ask us questions, and then we'll give answers and help to decide if they're real answers or fake answers.
Ooh, I like that.
Mm-hmm. I like this, and they can have prizes, and those prizes are our approval.
Now, the person who asks us can't cheat because they'll know the answer.
Theoretically, they might not. They can ask us anything. They don't have to know the answer. But if you ask the question and you know the answer, you cannot participate in. If you ask a question to which you already know the answer, you can't, call us out on it. It's not how it works. It's called cheating. So
I saw tigers. Tigers saw man.
So
yes, exactly. Dr. Coffin Nails.
Reverse interrogation from Jesse. Basically, shit-faced drunk. Exactly. He sounds like he's a drunk hobo.
And sad. Have you ever noticed why your family doesn't come around no more?
What do you want to be when you grow up? That's my favorite one. I actually had an idea for stuff to do tonight, and then I forgot it entirely. So, Roadhouse Roundhead, there was thank you so much for the super chat. The Rise of Skywalker and The Last Jedi were great movies. The last season of Game of Thrones was amazing. Dan and Dave and Ryan Johnson are amazing. That's fiction. That's easy. Come on, Sir Ruin. I thought I should be here asking, who are you and what have you done with Sir Ruin of House Roundhead? Because that guy was quality, and this,
I know. He knows fine dining establishments like Shake Shack. I could go for some Shake Shack right now.
Oh my gosh, Shake Shack sounds delightful.
Would you go for a milkshake even though we worked out today?
Probably. Sir Ruin of House Roundhead says, April Fools! Thank you for the follow-up super chat, and thank you for taking that away, because that was frightening for a second. I was concerned for your health and safety.
Hi, Bruce.
I didn't do anything in honor of April Fools because Jeffrey Nelson is lighting a joint in my honor. That's good. Actually, he's lightening a joint in my honor, which is even better.
We should lightning a joint too.
Oh, I would love to lightning a joint. What does that even mean?
So I have shit. So the thing I told you was coming. I have to update my credit card because I got the new one.
Yeah.
But guess what it was?
What?
Mjolnir.
Hooray.
We can play out Thor's hammer. We should only speak with not really, Asgardian accents.
You're an Asgardian accent. Oh, Matt Bush sends a super chat. He was in my dream last night. I had the weirdest dream. I had this bizarro dream where it was like I was supposed to be with marry these random people who were not Jeff, even though I was aware of Jeff because I was like, I want to be with Jeff. And Matt, you were one of them. And I was like, oh, that's weird. I don't want to marry Matt Bush. No offense, buddy. I love you. You're great. You're awesome. But you're married to someone else. And I have this wonderful man here. And then at the end, we were united, but we were both whales. So we got to be together as whales. It was exciting. Anyway, thank you so much for the super chat. I hope you're doing well. I miss you, man. I'm looking forward to hanging out again. Clearly, I miss you because you're showing up in my dreams.
I never thought I would miss fencing tournaments, but I kind of do.
Just hanging out with great, upstanding people like Dr. Stephen Prostitute and Matt Bush.
I never realized how much I missed him until right now. Just text him.
You know what I keep thinking? That I keep forgetting to text him until it's too late.
What? You should come on the show.
Yeah, I should bring on Darth Matt Bush come, and I should bring on Dr. Stephen Prostitute. Since we can't see each other, we should have a live reunion. So, Matt, if you're around at any point, you want to stream with us, we'll reach out to Dr. Stephen as well, because yeah. Anyway, Bruce Lombardo, thank you for the super chat. Ragnarok by Walt Simonson's great comic series. You got that recommendation on the
even though it's from IDW, I'm gonna give it a shot.
There you go. Well, it's been uber recommended now. So thank you, Bruce Lombardo, for that super chat. And guys, if you are just joining us, make sure you press that like button. I know we can get to 100 tonight.
By the way, Dr. Kaufman said he sent one at the beginning of the stream.
Oh, before we got live.
We might have missed it.
Let's find out. I might have to go deep tracks to find it.
Because if you notice, the third message says, "Congrats, Dr. Coffinails."
Yeah. So. All right, let's go find it. We got to go look for it, but I will find it because I care. Dr. Coffinails, I wouldn't want you to feel left out. We were slightly late starting tonight because I had to feed the cats, and I didn't do it earlier because I had unlimited lives in Lily's Garden, and it was important.
The chat thought we were having a quickie, which was way cooler.
Yeah, totally. That's totally what was happening. Absolutely. Yeah, we did that before all the other streams. Oh no, Dr. Coffinail says, right after I went to bed last night, Hadass came on. Are you fucking kidding me? Thank you for your super chat, Dr. Coffinails. I'm sorry that you missed her, but she's coming on any minute now. So stay awake, stay with us. She will be here momentarily. Thank you, Raging Runner, for the super chat. We also have one from Benito Martinez that says, drink and hit that good shit. Well, if he said it, we got to do it. You want to get the Jameson?
I think we should.
I
think we should celebrate tonight.
He said, hit the good shit. That's our good shit, our Jameson Black Label.
Called Black Label? Okay.
Yeah, unless you want to.
I mean, the coffee looks pretty good.
That's pretty good, too. But, I mean, did you want to, shoot that? I guess we should sip, realistically.
We're going to shoot.
What?
We'll shoot one and sip the rest.
It's a $2 super chat. I feel like we should save shots for bigger chats.
I'm still bringing out the glasses.
Oh, of course. All right, Benito, you've forced us into this. All right, Hadass, get some juice or something.
We should party.
Are we doing the drinking game?
No, but
apparently we are now.
But we're doing the mindless entertainment one apparently because someone super chatted us and told us to drink, and we are slaves.
Do you guys want to see my kitchen? It's kind of a mess, but
you say your kitchen or your pigeon?
my kitchen, but I can go to the kitchen.
We'll love to see.
I feel like
Dr.
you should
Coffinails
own one.
was so upset because he went to bed right before you came on last night, and he missed you a lot.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Well, you're here now.
I wasn't supposed to be on last night, but then I started feeling human again.
And she started hearing us talk about the Tiger King, and it just energized her.
Yeah, I accidentally clicked on it, and
then it was all over. Beth Digu says, according to Irish tradition, you're only allowed to April Fool people till 12 a.m. Fool someone after that time, and bad luck will befall you. Well,
we took off April Fools this year, Beth.
we did. Benita Martinez says, hit that good shit. I guess we got to take a shot.
That's $8 worth of it, yeah.
I guess we have to take a full shot now in honor of both of those chats. All right. Thank you, Benito Martinez, for the super chat. And Beth, thank you for making sure that we don't accidentally bring bad luck to us and dishonor our families. Because that's totally an Irish thing, right? Dishonoring your entire family.
Yes, by way of Japan.
All right. So, Hadas, we're going to play a really silly game in addition to this drinking game, too, where we're going to have the chat ask us questions, and we're going to give them elaborate answers. And they have to guess if it's the real one or not, if it's the truth or not.
Can you describe this in better detail? I have listened and Nick didn't get it.
They ask us questions. We answer the questions with truths or lies, and they have to guess if we are lying or telling them the truth.
Oh, wonderful, wonderful.
So random things, like Jeff asked earlier, why are almonds so expensive? And I actually knew the answer to that, so I explained the answer. But like, if someone asks something like that, you can give an elaborate answer. It could be true or it could be not. Okay, so this is for Benito Martinez's very generous super chats. Bottoms up, bitches. And we got a sip for Ian Slater, who says, drink one for me when you can on my truck run. We'll do that as soon as we...
For Carol fucking Baskin.
Oh, that bitch.
if anyone in the chat types that bitch Carol Baskin, we all have to take a sip.
No. If anyone super chats that bitch Carol Baskin, we have to just drink the whole
If this
thing.
bottle goes away, I'm going to be very drunk.
Yeah, me too. This was probably a bad decision.
Oh, well,
Benito told us to get that good shit, so here it is.
it's the best we have.
I guess we're gonna...
Do you have those little what are they called? Shooters, the ones I gave you?
Oh, we have those things.
Yeah.
Those are tasty. They're in our freezer too.
To who they're like these little bottles of vodka this big. To whoever super chats at least $20, Jesse will shoot one.
So a $20 super chat or more, and you can just fill it up because we're gonna need more of it anyway.
Okay.
A $20 super chat or more, and I will go get one of those frozen vodkas.
Oh, speaking of money, because you didn't respond to my text, how much do I owe you for those groceries?
All right, I forgot. I don't know, like
Benito
not a lot. Benito Martinez says, "I love my new power, Maha. Drink, drink." All right, so
do you want to? Well, do you want to just combine these all to one because it's a shot?
Okay,
Because it'll be
so between Ian Slater, Benito Martinez, and thank you, Bruce Lombardo. That bitch, Carol Baskin. #tequila. I guess we have to take this whole shot now. Okay, I'm gonna die.
Okay, so we're playing this game.
David Hervey.
Oh god.
Oh god.
Oh my gosh. Are you David Hervey? I can't read. I'm sorry. Are you talking about the? Oh no, you're talking about a song. I thought you because Samuel L. Jackson did a storybook thing. That was delightful.
Oh yeah.
Say the fuck.
So David Hervey says, I don't know if you guys saw this, but please, when you get a chance, watch "Stay the Fuck at Home." The "Stay the Fuck at Home," a COVID-19 song. It's sung by an old man. Also, drink, drink, drink. That sounds amazing. It's a $10 super chat, so that's definitely a shot.
Hey, look, there's really not that much.
This is gonna.
It's in your fridge.
We're gonna die.
There's enough.
Oh, we have tons of booze. We got gin, SoCo. If we get desperate, we'll drink the Mr. T's.
Thank you, Dr. Coffin Nails. I actually, I'm good. Quarantine over. I can leave the house and everything.
We hung out today.
We
So
did.
thank you, Dr. Coffin-Nails. He says, Hadas, you are looking very lovely tonight. Sickness becomes you. So thank you for that. Hadas appreciates that as well. I guess we're taking another shot now.
We'll take another shot.
I hate my life.
If we get
A sip of juice for health.
Ugh. I hate everything. don't drink like this anymore.
Bruce, you are absolutely correct.
Not Raging Rhino says that bitch Brie Larson. Shit, wrong name. Same.
Well, we'll fill up the glass and when we get to the.
Yeah. Well, let's see. We had the one from Dr. Coffin Nails for Hadass, and we have the Raging Rhino one. So
Oh god, that's
I feel like a 3/4 one. I will do a 3/4 shot. I feel like it's worth that. I might actually go throw up at some point. I have not drank hard liquor like this in a very long time.
I don't normally drink hard liquor. We're out.
Oh god.
We should have lied and said this was the only bottle.
Oh, and that's how we're switching to beer.
Are we?
I don't want to die.
I don't want to die.
Executive
I just want
decision.
to ride my motorcycle. You know what that's from?
No.
Damn it.
I'm very miserable right now. I hate myself. Raging Rhino says, slow down, do mine later. Well, we
Let's just do it.
as well.
We got the sex number of people watching us.
We do have the sex number watching. Okay, and then after this, oh god, I'm gonna
if
die.
we finish this bottle, we'll go to beer.
Yeah.
There's only one shot left in it. For each of us.
Bruce, you are very kind. And Mondo, I apologize. I highly recommend at-home workouts so you don't rip out your hair.
They've been saving our lives. I was very excited to learn that my Krav Maga gym is letting members come pick up certain pieces of equipment to take home with them. So I'm getting a kick shield tomorrow and some focus mitts. Jeff, I have to be awake before 10 tomorrow.
Why?
Yay! All I hear is drinks. So Benito Martinez.
Benito Martinez says, all I hear is drink. Also, on a side note, I really enjoy all the content. Also, please drink some beer, lol. Thank you. Lost Jedi 22 says, cheers for alcohol poisoning. Oh, I hate everything. It'd be so sad.
Jesse, you don't have to drink. You can just have Jeff drink.
No. I don't
That's
get
my
paid
channel,
for this.
Oh, you get paid in my love.
I feel like
I need a minute before we do these. Oh, sorry, guys.
yeah.
You can make fun of me all you want, but
And then I'll
shit,
go
I don't drink like this.
I'll get our bosun.
We'll get a...
I mean, we're going to drink like this on, what is it, Saturday?
Yeah, probably.
Well,
I got WrestleMania to watch.
Drink.
What'd you say?
Because Bill, he's always like, let's drink.
Yes, that is Bill's one only way of being. I'm very sad that we're losing Bill Schmill to science still.
Oh, Bill Schmill, the science still.
What
and his never-ending jokes that don't have punchlines until like an hour later.
Oh my god, fuck that. Oh, that's what I was gonna do. So there's an actual article. This is one of the things I wanted to talk about. There's an actual article today. So, they've deployed 2 Navy ships, one for New York and one for California. So the idea with these Navy ships is they're actually not for coronavirus patients because so many of the hospitals are seeing an influx of coronavirus patients. They are hospital ships that are designed specifically for people who don't have coronavirus. So they're basically safe havens for people who need medical treatment, medical care, especially, people who might have conditions that put them at risk. So they're going to have to, so they get to go to these medical ships, basically, and avoid being contaminated. You have a place where.
Oh, do you know when that's happening? I think I need to take my mom to one of those. I think we believe she's had a fractured rib the past 3 weeks.
Oh God, it's like in the process. I guess I think it's like there. It might even be there now. Because somebody today tried to trash a train into it.
I like crapping a train better than
crap a train. Somebody tried to crash a train on purpose into this ship. They successfully derailed the train, but nobody was hurt. And I just need to send this article to.
By the way, I love the chat. Everyone's like, Jeff, drink. Jesse, take a break.
Thanks, chat. I love you
They're
guys.
kind to Jessie. They're her fan.
I just need to send this article to Bill Schmill, and this guy back to.
Oh God, fuck him.
Yeah.
By the way, Benito Martinez did not tell us to drink too much. We're still good, man. We're gonna.
Your
this and
teeth
then we're
look so white right now.
Jeff of those.
Yeah, he has beautiful teeth.
He brushes them at least twice a day.
Good.
Yeah.
Oh, you should.
All right.
Let's finish this, and then I'm gonna get some more.
Okay.
Sure.
Cheers.
That was a harder one, even though it was less.
Oh yeah, how's a Han's stomach? Not Lando's.
Oh, Lando's. Oh, Han is fine.
Han.
That what probably happened, right? Because I was an asshole and I brought the little's food down and I left the older cat's bowls on the table. I'm pretty sure Lando probably got up and ate both of their food, which is probably why he upchucked. Han, ate. So this is what happened today, guys.
I was there. I can atone for it.
I did the cat. I put the little food on the ground. Hadas was over. We were getting ready to work out. All this stuff was going on. And I just clean forgot because I had to do 2 trips because bowls. I only have 2 hands.
How dare you only have 2 hands?
All right, fuck me. So I took the little's bowl and put them on the ground, and I clean forgot about the big cat's bowls. So Lando probably came up and ate both of the foods, and so a few minutes later, he's in the kitchen yakking it all up, all over the floor in the kitchen. Han, who is very hungry because no one has fed him, waltzes right over to it and eats it. All of it. Benito Martinez, I have 4 cats. I have Han, Lando, Mal, and Jane.
Every time I tell people you keep offering me to borrow Lando and Han, I'm just like, she has so many cats, enough to spare.
I do have extra cats. Oh, Lando's sneaking out of the couch right now. Mal is very put out.
I'm out of quarantine.
Mal, also known as Shit Pancake, is very put out because Jane is in his basket and he loves that basket. And he's sad because he didn't get food because he decided I put pumpkin mush in all of their food.
Oh yeah, if you still need, I have like a giant can. I got it to make pumpkin spice lattes, but then I was too lazy to make it.
Yeah, absolutely. I will take it because I'll use it sometimes regularly as just a supplement for them because it's good.
Oh yeah, I'll give it to you. It's not a big deal.
And everyone likes it except for Shit Pancake. So now he's upset because he didn't get lunch. Late lunch, they eat on a weird schedule. And now Jane is in his basket, napping off his lunch, so he's hungry and his basket was stolen and he's very sad.
Oh, Shit Pancake.
I thought you were grabbing me a Guinness.
You didn't say you wanted. I said I was going to grab Bosun. You go, okay.
No, I said get me a Guinness. And you said, okay, I'll drink Bosun for now.
I'll get this.
No, give me a Bosun.
Jesse, it's literally
I mean, I was worried for Han's stomach because he technically ate vomit.
He's fine. It's gross. We did get a super chat from Macy, though, who is here. Macy Van Dusen says, hi, Jeff. Hi, Jesse. Hi, Hadas. Hi, Macy.
Hi, Macy.
And we're going to take a drink for your super chat because we're playing the Mindless Entertainment drinking game. Hooray!
Hey, the best things in life are unplanned.
Indeed.
Like this 6-pack.
Uh-huh.
This was not planned.
I really wish someone was like me. But
like my sister.
Poor Jackie.
She's not one of the best things in life anymore. I used to like her.
Who?
Jackie.
Oh no. I thought you guys were getting along.
Oh, we're fine. We're fine. I'm teasing.
Hey.
Cheers. Cheers, bazaars.
Toxic masculinity says Jeff's nipples are immaculate.
I agree.
They are. Not a hair on them.
Nope.
Good for you.
Though I didn't know this.
natural.
I didn't know Jeff had back hair. Because apparently he gets it shaved off when he gets a haircut.
Oh, you mean right here on the back of my neck?
Yeah. It goes down to like here. It's like a little mane that comes.
Oh,
down
right there. Well, that's not like back hair.
It's
You
like
make it sound like I'm like Hal from Malcolm in the Middle.
Most men
There's
have
one of my
People
closest
have
friends
very,
is from
very little.
Texas, and she wants me to try Wahlburgers. So I have to go there eventually to try it.
Okay. I've never had a
We had
Wahlburger.
one in Cincinnati that I never ate at.
I never had one.
Yeah, no, Selena is like, you California people, you have to have it. Her family will bring it over for her when they visit.
No,
Thank you, Bruce. I'm sorry. I'm clearly put shame to Texas.
fuck Texas. It's fine. Texas is fine. All right. So, all right. Do you guys want? Are you reading this?
Yeah.
I wonder why you say that, James Hancock.
Because he's had foreplay with Jeff, clearly.
Does he look needy to you?
Is it the constant teeth brushing?
I can't
Yes.
complain. I can't complain about our sex
I-
life.
Whataburger. That's what I'm talking about, not Wallsburger.
Wallbanger?
I can't English. The one
You
that
mean Whataburger?
No, wallbangers.
Oh.
Apparently. In
I
Texas.
mean, they sound so similar.
Uh-huh.
I'm from LA. Please don't. judge me.
Whataburger.
Yeah,
Whataburger.
Whataburger, that's the one. She's like, you have to try it, or
I keep hearing that. I've never had one. All right.
I've had it. It's disappointing.
We've
Can I read
got
this one.
yes.
No, I'm here. It's turbo time. Everybody okay? Everyone okay?
Thank you, Fleming TV, for the super chat. Yes, we're here, and everyone is okay.
About to be really okay later. I never realized how much nicer it is to drink beer than liquor.
Jeff,
Yeah, Fleming TV.
How are we both gonna work out tomorrow?
We will eventually.
We will. We'll get. I have to be awake before 10 because I have to pick up.
I got shit I got to do tonight, and I got a show tomorrow night.
I have to pick up Krav Maga equipment.
Good night, Macy Van Dusen.
Good night, Macy Van Dusen.
Then Macy says, "Good night, Jeff. Good night, Jesse. Good night, Hadas. Good night, Macy. Hopefully, you'll get a chance to catch up on this tomorrow."
Say good night, Macy.
Hey, Robot Shlomo. Hey, my
What up,
entertainment
Rob?
world-class bullshitters. Hope you're doing well. Hadass the Power Walker in quarantine. We're
Quarantine.
all doing well in our. Not Hadass is not quarantined anymore. She's very
I'm
excited.
the power walker because I walk around the block a lot.
Mhm.
We had a great time today.
We did. We
exercising by the
worked
pool.
out, and I'm gonna get stuff, and Jeff is gonna punch me tomorrow. He's gonna punch pads that I'm holding.
I can imagine you guys punching each other. To be honest,
We've
I
done
don't
it before. We've done it before with a pad because we were Deons. Remember?
Oh yeah.
And, like Jeff punched us. You're like, not
I was
bad.
like, punch. Yeah, your punches are acceptable.
Yes.
All right. Do we want to play? Do we want to play the questions game?
sure.
All right.
Will Jesse butt chug for $1,000? The answer is yes.
No.
But is that a lot?
Gross.
So do it.
Robot Shlomo is glad that you're out of quarantine. Hooray! We're glad that you're here, Robot Shlomo. But Mando Merc is. Aw. Sorry,
Amanda
Mando Merc.
Merck's in the NYC.
Oh, God, yeah.
Amanda Merck, stay safe, buddy.
I'm reading stuff about people looking at their windows to see the makeshift morgues that are being set up and stuff like that.
Wait, they're what?
They're setting up makeshift morgues on the sidewalk
Oh,
in refrigerated trucks. Yeah, it's
right,
just
right. I saw that. Yeah.
shit's crazy down there. All
Did
right.
you see those pictures of like those refrigerated trucks connected to the hospitals because they're like we have nowhere to put these dead bodies. They're
Yeah,
saying.
those are the morgues now. Morgues are just refrigerated trucks. They've got them set up in Central Park. Well, they have a hospital set up in Central Park. They got one in the Bellevue Hospital parking lot. They have them just like on the street outside of hospitals because there's not enough space. It's super fun.
Yeah.
Can you believe we live in this time? Wow.
Go big boy or go home. Says Jeff is going to drink the wrong liquor. Good liquor is a joy. See, I honestly think it's the wrong liquor. I think it's the wrong way, right? Just pounding shots of hard liquor is not my favorite way to consume alcohol. There are some liquors. That stuff I'd sip happily. Bourbon. I love a good bourbon. I love sipping a good bourbon. So yeah, also Big Boar, Go Big Boar or Go Home is going to be a guest on the channel tomorrow night. We're going to talk about guns and other things.
Oh shit, America!
Yeah.
Fuck yeah!
Fuck yeah. Coming in to say the motherfucking day, yeah.
Well, go big boy, go home. I'm looking forward to talking to you.
I'm very much looking forward to talking to you. So yeah, it'll be
That's
fun.
actually the one I'm not going to be on because I have my online class.
Fine.
I can come on after.
Cool. What is your class at?
Well, like before when it was in person, it was 7 to 10, but now that it's online through Zoom, I have no clue.
All right. Well, if it ends early enough and we're still rocking, you can definitely come on.
Rocking the free world.
Keep on rocking in a free world.
Who sings that? Dr. Coffin knows.
It sounds like Neil Diamond or not Neil Diamond. Neil Young because it has what?
I don't like Neil Young.
Because it sounds like it's his voice. It's that voice that like where everything sounds the same. But yeah, if someone wants to confirm "Rockin' in the Free World," who sings that? My guess is Neil Young because it sounds like
Dr. Coffin knows Neil Young.
Bam! I did it.
I knew Dr. Coffin would know it.
Of course, Dr. Coffenels, because good music. All right, guys, if you're just watching now, make sure you press the like button. We got 75 people watching, and we only have 52 impressions of the like button. We want to get to our goal is to get to 100 every single night. Go Big Boy, Go Home says I do hope I get to say hi. I do hope to say hi to Hadass. She's been fun on these streams.
Aww,
People love you.
I really enjoy these. They keep me sane in these times.
You and I are going to need to talk about our future business models.
Did I tell you my mom has a name for Hadass? She just calls her Pumpkin Spice.
Oh yeah, that's your mom's nickname for me. I find that adorable.
She's just like, oh, Jesse's friend that was Pumpkin Spice.
That is adorable.
Oh,
during the holidays because pumpkin spice. I also get really poor because I spend so much money at Starbucks. I'm basic.
I want you to buy something. I bought Beetlejuice kitchen towels today on Hot Topic. They're on sale.
The cartoon or the movie? I told you I have all 4 seasons of the cartoon, right?
The coupon for 15% off.
Give it to us. Oh no, whatever.
Hadass, if you want to buy some Beetlejuice kitchen towels, I have a coupon for 15% off at Hot Topic because of Macy Van Dusen. So, what's up, Capul? Hi, Jeff. Love gotta press me.
They're beautiful. One's the handbook for the recently deceased, and the other one says Beetlejuice.
No, say it, please. You know what's crazy? When I was a kid, you know how like sometimes when you're a kid you pray? I would say the incantation from the cartoon every night, hoping it would take me to the netherworld.
Oh, the cartoon was so good. It was on Nickelodeon when I was watching it.
It was on Cartoon Network for me.
Those still aren't going to be better than my favorite hand towel that I own. It's the one that says, sometimes I drink liver. Sometimes I drink liver. Sometimes I drink water to surprise my liver.
I would love.
Yeah, I've seen that one.
I would pay good money for a hand towel that says, "Excuse me, Russell. I believe I requested the hand job." What's that from?
I don't remember.
Audience in the chat, tell me right now if you know what it is.
Thank you for the super chat, Raging Rhino. We appreciate you. And we will sip our bazaars for you. Huzzah, bazaars.
This is good juice.
Thirsty.
I'm sure it
Is it peach, tangerine, nectarine?
No, it's grapefruit juice and water.
Oh, that does sound good, actually.
My dad, growing up, because my dad's Israeli, well, both my parents are Israeli, but over there it's like you drink grapefruit juice when you're sick, and he's like, orange juice is for the weak. You don't drink that.
Jesse told me that story today when we were buying your grapefruit juice.
I did.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Yeah,
I laughed my ass off.
I have to dilute it because I can't handle juice straight. It's disgusting to me, but yeah, that's why I drink grapefruit.
I can't handle you straight. You're disgusting to me.
That's fine.
I'm waiting for somebody. There we go. Thank you, Salsa Shark. You're going to need a bigger boat.
Okay. It's not familiar.
Can we make that a reality in our relationship? Everything's good. But it could be better if we had a Wayne's World hand down.
Okay.
Party time.
Excellent.
Thank you. Thank you. I was just waiting for somebody to say it.
I was going to leave you hanging because it's fun for me.
We should start one of your streams dressed as Wayne and Gareth.
Go, Wayne's World! Wayne's World! Party time! Excellent! Woo, 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 woo.
Welcome to Wayne's World. My name is Wayne Campbell. I'm from Aurora, Illinois.
Oh, wait. Question for your audience. Have you guys ever seen the movie Suck?
I've heard of it.
It's a vampire musical starring Alice Cooper. It's so good. Oh, and Bruce, I don't teach an online class. I'm an actor, so I take acting classes because I want to stay good at what I do.
You can see her work on her channel. There's a link to it somewhere. Have you posted this? Is it like pinned on your Twitter? Pin it on your Twitter.
How do I? I'm so bad. It's on my. Is it on my Instagram?
Post the link on your Twitter and pin the tweet. Also, I want to share with you guys something I made today because Jeff was talking about America Chavez and her ass on his
Wait, it might be on my Twitter.
So I made this for you guys.
That's cute.
Mm-hmm. That's America's ass. No, Dr. Colvin says, how have I never heard of that? I'm a huge Alice Cooper fan. So if you're just joining us, make sure you're pressing the like button.
I think Bon Jovi's in the film as well, and his daughter, Calico Cooper, makes a cameo. It's awesome.
Mr. Bovine Joni.
We are playing the Miles Entertainment drinking game. Thanks to your super chats, we finished half a bottle of Jameson Black Label really, really quickly. So if you keep super chatting us, we'll probably become intoxicated.
I really would like to drink the 6-pack.
Wait, Jesse, what am I doing on Twitter? I forgot.
Post the link to your thing.
Okay.
As a tweet, be like, hey guys, check out my awesome short film that I made about acting life. Boop-a-doop-a-doo.
Okay.
All right.
Your comedic timing in that Hadass is perfect, by the way.
It is great.
Oh, thank you.
I really, no, seriously, you're not just saying to be nice. I enjoyed all of that. I would gladly watch
fun.
anything else you make.
The studio edited it for you, right?
The guy who co-directed it with me, he was the editor, and then I was very detailed with how I wanted it edited, so it was like collaboration, but yeah, he edited it.
Wait, Benito Martinez says no one drank for my super chat.
Oh, well, you better drink twice as a penance.
Yeah.
Okay, Benito.
List. Checking it.
Oh, this was the one who said we could drink beer. That was very nice of him.
Yeah.
Classic. Oh my god. Anyway,
I feel like if he and I drank regularly together, we'd be good buddies.
Oh, you would. Yeah.
Because I'd become somebody else.
When you're drinking?
Yeah.
That usually means you're an alcoholic.
No, I drink so I come like just have a good time.
I'm teasing.
Let's say you and I met drunk.
I'm teasing, but that whole like I become someone else when I'm drinking. That's just like very stereotypical alcohol.
Oh, I'm like the happiest.
I know,
like,
I know,
bro.
like teasing you, but
that hurts. That hurts, Ellen.
Okay.
So can we talk about that bitch Carol Baskin tonight?
We can. Ian Slater, I did want to. Ian Slater's asking about streaming from his truck. If you do, make sure you get something so that whatever your camera's propped up, your phone or camera, whatever's propped up, where you don't have to touch it. Obviously, you're to hold it. Place it someplace where you can see the road as well as the thing. And just remind people often that you are streaming from your truck, so you're not going to be able to read long messages in the chat and stuff like that. So that's stuff. And Benito Martinez says, "Oh my God, we would totally get along drinking."
We definitely would, Benito. I hope you come to a Fandom Menace meetup or a WCBS meetup because you can.
With you,
the boys and I and Jesse.
Do we know where Benito's from?
I don't.
Benito, from what part of the country or other country do you hail?
Okay. All right. How do I pin it? Do I do it after?
Yeah. So when you're you should be able to do it from if you don't have the app. There should be an option next to it, like a little arrow, where you where that gives you a drop down list with options.
Hold on, I'll just do it on my computer.
Benito, we were just in Texas.
We were. Hooray! What part of Texas, Benito? It's a big place.
We were in Dallas, right?
We were in Dallas. We're near Dallas.
Dallas.
We
were right by Jerry World.
Yeah, Arlington. There should be so that little option, like the little arrow in the corner that gives you a drop down menu, should give you an option to delete it or to pin it to your profile, and you want to select pin to your profile, and then you can tell everybody, hey, go follow @LevHadass on Twitter and check out the pinned tweet to see my short video. Hooray! Thanks, Galford's dog. That's real sweet of you.
Have you ever had a beer called Hetty Topper? It's in Vermont.
Hetty Topper.
Jeff, please. It's pronounced Vermont.
Vermont. Excuse me. In Vermont, we have a beer called Hetty Topper.
Actually, I learned this early on. It's pronounced Vermont. Raging Rhino says, "I want to come to a Fandom Menace meetup. Drink gladly."
You know, Raging Rhino, we had a listener come from Australia last year.
Yes,
he was
indeed.
Awesome. I'd like to meet you too.
Raging Rhino.
That were here when Jeff first moved to LA.
Saz and Rocky.
Oh yeah, those are patrons of mine. Who I went to their wedding in Australia last September, and they were coming out here. They stopped a few days in LA to see us on the way out to Disney.
Think they'll ever go to your wedding?
Something. What?
Think they'll go to your wedding?
Yeah, I hope so.
Your not our. Wow.
That's what I was waiting for you to catch on with.
Oh, that's
Damn it.
our marriage.
But just remember, you have to have it on your certificate that on mountains, she's my husband.
Accurate.
Yeah.
That'll be in the will too. It'll be like, because Hadass was also my spouse, she is a executor of the will, and better not act like that bitch Carol Baskin and try to steal that shit and rewrite it in your name.
Put you in a meat grinder.
Jeff's not gonna fit in a regular size meat grinder, Hadass.
By the way, Hadass, years ago when I was starting out doing comics, I was commissioned to do one where the climax of the story ends with a dude jumping into a giant meat grinder and being shoved into a woman's vagina. I didn't write it, but I had to draw it.
Okay, wait. Arrow pin to your profile. Huzzah! I did it.
Huzzah! All right, guys, go follow @LevHadass. We'll put that right here in the chat. @LevHadass on Twitter, and you can check out her short film. It's 4 minutes. It's very funny. You'll laugh.
Watched it last night.
We did watch it last night right here on the channel, and you will laugh. It's fun. Also, if you DM her and you're like, "Yo, Jesse sent me," then she'll follow you back.
On that and Instagram.
Yeah, and on Instagram she's Hadass Lev. So
yeah,
I follow you on both because we're friends.
Huzzah, we're friends.
We were Facebook friends in the beginning.
We're real life friends too, Hadass.
Real life friends. Oh, I gotta
I
harass.
weirded out to see your number for the first time. I'm not gonna lie.
What?
I always message you through Facebook, so when I saw your number for the first time, I was like, "Who is this?"
I think your man accepted my friend request, and I got to start harassing him.
Please do.
Ooh, let's play a game.
Global thermonuclear war. Dr. Coffinails, what's that from?
Thank you. Go big boy or go home. You're very sweet. I'm glad you like it.
It is on YouTube. Where's
I am writing the sequel, and Jessie will be in it. The only reason she's not in it, the first one, is because she was bringing LA a Jeff at
You were
the
what?
time.
Banging Jeff.
You were banging me. By the way, Bruce Lombardo beat Dr. Coffinails. Damn.
Oh.
Do you want to play a game?
No. So I messaged Colin and I was like, "So I hear you're dating one of my favorite friends."
Good.
Don't scare this man off.
I will.
Hadass
He
loves this.
might be playing Doom right now.
It's fine. He'll get back to me.
Done with the game.
Oh, Galford's dog says, my name is Jesse too. So every time someone says your name, my ears perk up. I'm a man, though. That's nice. I'm not a man.
But you're a dude. He's a dude.
She's a dude. We're all dudes. Hey! I understand the feeling. I get that way too. It's there's
Especially
a
in
fencer
airports.
whose name is Jesse, and his mom is really, cheers for him a lot. So every time I'll be reffing one of his bouts, his mom was like, "Great job, Jesse," and I'm like, "This is weird." So
Whenever I'm at work, well, when work was a thing, whenever anyone had to call out their own name to give food to a customer, I'd always get the giggles.
yeah, that's always funny.
That'll never happen to me.
Your life sucks.
It's true.
You'll also never get to go to one of those places, those touristy places, where your name is on like some kind of keychain.
I will never have that. I mean,
What?
maybe in Israel, but I can't read and write in Israel in Hebrew. So clearly,
I can.
but can you speak it?
No. We're-
Baruch Latah.
Together, we make one good Jew.
There you go. So if you bring me to Israel, you can translate for me. Now I can tell you if your name is on a keychain.
You should take.
Ooh,
because I have
realistically-
family that lives there.
Because most printed Hebrew doesn't have vowels on it, and Hadassah is a really common name. You can just get one that is meant to be Hadassah, but it'll still say Hadass because it'll also be Hadass. Well, although I got to
Well,
remember.
Hadass and Hadassah are two separate names.
No, I'm aware, but in printed Hebrew, a lot of printed Hebrew doesn't include the vowels.
Right.
So I just got to think of I have to find out how Hadass is usually Hadass and Hadassah are usually spelled, and if you're there's a few letters in Hebrew that are final ones. There's a final mem, final kuf.
I used to be able to know how to spell it. It's 3 letters.
Of course, it's. Are you a ch or a h?
Huh, I think.
All right, so you're hey, dalid, and then you're gonna be a
Yeah. Yes, you're correct. I remember writing that. The thing. Yeah.
hey sin, and I don't know if there's a final sin. Final sin.
Raging right now. I'm following you back. Thank you.
Because the thing is I don't think there is. I think you'd be the same, right? So that's the thing. One interesting thing about Hebrew. Okay.
This guy's talking about a movie.
The thing about Hebrew is that some letters have a different version if they're at the end of a word as opposed to just in the middle of a word. But I don't think sin is one of them because it's sin, shin, tav. Let's bet. Hey. Because you could be a samech, but I don't think samechs usually happen at the end of the word. And I'm pretty sure there's no final samech. So I'm pretty sure you would just be hey, dalid.
Hey, Dalid.
Hey, dalid sin. And that should be the same for Hadassah. So yeah. So
Yeah, I've been trying to tell my parents to teach me how to read and write in Hebrew for a long time, and they're like,
I'll teach you how to read and write it. You teach me how to speak it. We'll do it.
I mean, my way of speaking it is very Americanized, but let's do it.
I sure pancake.
My way of reading and writing is I learned it at Hebrew school. So
You know, when I studied Spanish, I can read and write in Spanish. I can't speak Spanish anymore.
I can't do any of the above.
By the way, Dr. Coffeenhouse, Real Genius is fantastic and has the best end credit sequence of all time.
You wouldn't eat pumpkin, but now you're trying to eat chocolate. Good
That'll
job.
kill you.
Dad, can you send me a video of that? That's actually really cool.
A video of what?
Beth can sing Let It Go in Hebrew and about 23 other languages.
Let it go, let it go.
See, this is what happens when Jesse drinks. She's
Can't
fun.
hold it back anymore.
Turning volume
Go,
down.
let it go. Turn away and slam the door.
What's Mondo Merck asking?
Hadass or Hadass. It's sin or I think is that a final sin? Or a final shin? I didn't know if there was one. Which one looks more like the way you were taught?
Mine, the second one looks more like the way I was taught.
Okay, so that's a samech. So Hadass. Hadass.
Does he smell to you? Like, smell bad? It doesn't smell good to me. He stinks.
His ear's a little stinky, but that's the gross ear. The gross ear is stinky.
He's just like, why are you smelling me, Mom?
His face is normal. Lando when he first came over to like sit on my chest, he farted and it was disgusting. It was awful. And then he was lying all over me. He's like on my head with his paw next to my head. Oh my god.
By the way, Zach Balclay, Baylake, the reason you may not be getting your notifications is because YouTube is shit in the bed. So just know that Jesse's live every night at this time with her This Week Tonight show.
From Monday through Thursday, except for Tuesdays, in which case I'm live after the High Council. Anyway, he responded with, "You can't prove anything." So I responded with, "I'm a secret agent. Don't test me."
Sorry, I was watching Key and Peele. Balake, Blake.
So, Balake.
Aaron.
I actually got written up at one of my old jobs for calling out Aaron.
Aaron, that's terrible. Did you
Wonderful.
This was me. I'm trying to sit there just like quietly relaxing, and that black blob, you can see his paw coming down my face. He's like, hello, human. I will come molest you. Hooray.
Shout out, I will pick coffee over alcohol because I have a strong addiction to coffee. I had to give up caffeine and I still drink coffee, the decaf kind.
Gross.
Coffee's delicious.
I am your most boring friend. I don't drink caffeine.
And yet somehow you're one of my least boring friends. Guys, if you're just joining us, make sure you press the like button. Nerdy Gamer Girl says, I am no longer a secret agent. Ha 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 ha.
What are your thoughts on the song Secret Agent Man?
Secret Agent Man. Secret Agent Man.
We should change it to Secret Asian Man, and it's about COVID-19.
I have
There's a man who eats for dinner.
I think that's racist.
What he ate about for dinner.
Here's the thing about stereotypes.
Aplastada mean?
What?
Aplastada. Gabriela put la abuela muy aplastada.
My grandma is very something.
Yeah.
That's all I got too.
Yeah.
I can't Spanish.
I used to, and then I took German, and I really liked German much better. Family heritage.
Jawohl!
Yeah, das ist gut.
No, wait. Is that correct?
Machnell.
You're telling her to go faster.
I know.
You know what's crazy about learning Spanish is I would get so confused because en, le, la, and ve are used very different in Hebrew.
Yeah.
Jesse,
I did not do well in Spanish.
Thank you for the super chat, Raging Rhino.
I gotta crack another buzzer.
How are you done with your berserk from those amount of super chats?
We started drinking liquor.
You're playing this game wrong.
And I've fallen down the slope very quickly.
Okay, my alcohol.
Wait, Jeff, can you translate Bromeister's Ja, das ist...
Ja, das ist sehr gut.
Yes, this is very good.
Even I knew that. Ja, das ist sehr gut.
Yeah, Brotmeister.
So what did you
your
say?
name is Breadmaster, or
what did you say? Ja, sehr gut. You wouldn't like all that. Everything else is.
This is very good.
You would say das ist. You would still say all the words.
If you want to translate, yes, this is very good. That's what he's saying.
Okay.
Yes, this is very good.
So
like if I'm eating a piece of bread, like Brotmeister would be,
das ist Brot.
Das ist Brot. Das ist sehr gut. Das ist sehr gut.
Das Brot sehr gut.
Yeah.
So that's one of the things because I know like the big faux pas was when
JFK. Ich bin ein Berliner, which means I'm a donut.
I love Eddie so much.
I'm Berliner.
Go watch that. It's a famous thing.
No, the thing is, you would actually say Ich bin Berliner. So if you were, because you don't say like so.
What do you have in your plan?
So you wouldn't see, just little things like that. I have a shirt that says Ich bin mit der Gesamtsituation zu Freedom. It means I'm dissatisfied with the current situation. It's from Germany.
I have a shirt from Germany that says nothing because I don't have a shirt from Germany. Du hast mich.
Du hast mich.
We should if we get drunk enough, we should get Crave.
You're a Crave.
Like Crave Cafe?
Oh,
yeah. Is that what Belloc says to open up the Ark of the Covenant?
It starts with I, because the first thing he wrote is Ani.
Ani? Yeah.
Ani Choshev.
I think.
I don't know the next word. It's because the thing is I can't read as well without the vowels there.
Can you sound it out?
What?
Is there a way to sound it out?
Ani shocher, or Ani, yeah, Ani Choshev Shadaver, something like that. Shadaver.
She has like a way to say that.
Maybe.
So I think that
Yevarit.
if
Yevaret. What?
is he saying Ivrit?
It might be Ivrit.
Ani choshev Ivrit. Yeah, okay. So I think Hebrew.
Kol. I think that's Adonai. I think it's an Adonai word or Hallel. Yeah, I think it's an.
Oh wait, you think Hebrew is hard?
Maybe.
By the way, Zach Blackfire says, "Big cat, blue, in me."
What?
There's a big blue cat inside of Zach.
Where? What?
Go up.
Oh, Grande.
Gato, big
Gato Grande Azul Envy. Fuck, what was the rest?
Cat literally goes cat, big
fat
blue
cat.
in me.
Yeah, big cat.
Jesse, boyfriend, you should start a channel. Funny you should say that.
Wait, who said that?
Down at the bottom.
Oh, where was it? Shadow Disc Gaming?
Jesse, boyfriend, you should start a channel. Yeah.
He says it all the time to me.
Funny you should mention. World Class Bullshitters. Jeff Hex, everybody. World Class Bullshitters. Check it out. He's impressive and funny.
Thank you. I love what I do, and I love the audience, so that's why I'm so...
And he has a big dick.
It's from... Thank you.
You're welcome.
Wait, Zach Blackfire, I thought he said Yo tengo el gato and means pantalones. You have a cat in your pants?
Ooh.
I'm a federale. I'm out.
You know what I can say in Spanish? Yo comí un bebé muerto.
You ate a dead baby?
Uh-huh.
What?
Yo comí un bebé muerto.
Your baby's dead?
I ate a dead baby.
Oh.
I know. Also, my friend used to know how to say ouch. I stapled my finger. Hold on.
Ouch. Bless you. Bless you.
Sneezels. Hold on.
Allergy?
I might be becoming intoxicated.
Good. You should, because I don't think we're going to cook now. We're just going to order something.
Okay. That's nice.
What do you want?
Food. I'm going to sneeze again.
Face bets.
Face bets everywhere.
Did I tell you about my old roommate? Her boyfriend, every time he would sneeze, he would just say, damn you.
Oh, that's
I'm going to
sweet.
start doing it now.
I like it.
Please do. Wait.
Go big boar or go home says, Jeff, translate ich habe.
Ich habe ein Frosch in mein Hosen. Which translates to I can't remember what Frosch means in my pants.
I have a Frosch.
It's not fish, because fish, I have a fish in my pants? Because
that seems like logical.
I can't remember Frosch. Dude, it's been...
Hey, Siri, what does Frosch mean in English?
Oh my god. I can't translate into English yet.
Fuck you.
Okay, Google. Translate. Ich habe eine Frosch in mein Hosen.
It's a frog. It's a frog.
I have a question in my...
I have a quick translated it wrong. I said I have a question.
Yeah.
I can do...
Go big boar, go home says it's a frog. And so does...
Okay.
Damn it. I was going to learn this by myself.
Lo siento, por favor. Anyway, we have to drink for that one.
Oh, we did, didn't we?
No, we did not.
Okay, I thought you said we had to drink for the thing, and we did.
We have another one.
All right.
I think it's Dr. Coffin Nails.
I know how the internet works.
It is Dr. Coffin.
Dr. Coffin Nails says, true story. My great-grandmother spoke German when she was a little girl, but stopped speaking it due to anti-German hysteria during World War I and forgot it. That's really sad.
Aww.
That's a bigger scene.
That is sad.
That reminds me of a sad story about my friend's family in New Zealand. So, nose. Anyway, there was a big pushback against Maori culture about
you say Maori culture?
Maori culture, yeah. Maori.
Oh.
It's in Maori, you say Maori. That's the indigenous New Zealanders, for those who don't know. There was a big pushback against their culture so it was really interesting, the history of the Maoris in New Zealand. For all intents and purposes, in reference to like a lot of other indigenous histories, it is less violent. It's a less violent takeover than a lot of them. But the Pakeha, which are the European settlers, systematically did strip the Maoris of their rights in New Zealand, and there was during the early part of the 20th century, mid part of the 20th century, there was actually the expressions of Maori culture were actually illegal in the earlier part of the 20th century, and so there's a big stigma against Maori and Maori culture, and even now the Maoris are like the black people of New Zealand, where they have all the same stereotypes of being like the uneducated ghetto.
Wait, black people are that's messed up.
The stereotypes, the same negative stereotypes that we have in America about the black community are the very similar stereotypes that New Zealanders, that European New Zealanders have against Maori in New Zealand.
I guess because I'm half black, I don't have the stereotypes.
You're a stereotype.
I am. I have a white girlfriend with a big butt.
Bam!
That's a stereotype.
It is. So anyway, so my friend actually, like she's even still weird about it, but her parents and actually her dad, who was the Maori one in the family, and his grandpa and whatnot, they wouldn't speak the language. They wouldn't talk about anything with their kids. And she's even weird about it too, because they were raised that way to sort of be very protective of this culture. And a lot of Maoris are now very protective of it because it was so, Dr. Armando, yes, that's how you pronounce it in Maori or in New Zealand. So even I actually got a really, she wouldn't go on camera and say a lot of this stuff. I did get a couple good interviews with her about it, but she didn't even want to go on camera and talk about a lot of this stuff because basically there was such a stigma against the culture, very similar to the anti-German hysteria in the U.S. And a lot of people, the language is being lost because unlike German, where there's a long tradition of the written language, Maori language does not have a written lineage to it. They were more pictographic in their etching and stuff like that. They didn't have a written form of the language. So that language is being lost if people don't work to preserve it. It's really interesting. I actually did a documentary on this when I was in New Zealand. So
Nice.
Ooh.
It's not embarrassing. Most people say Maori, right? Maori?
I would say Maori.
Maori. Some people say Maori. So Maori, a lot of people say Maori is closer because it's a Polynesian language. Polynesian languages, if you know things about them, you pronounce, and Maori as well, you pronounce every syllable.
You know who wouldn't have said it wrong?
Huh?
The Rock.
Is he Samoan? Not necessarily, though, because that's the thing. If you were saying it right,
The Rock is never wrong. That's the joke.
Okay. Per Polynesian, it would be Maori, right? But New Zealanders have someone explained it, they're like, just speak really lazy. So,
Okay, Bretta.
So they don't really do diphthongs, so it'd be Maori, but they say it quickly because it's the way they pronounce the R a little bit. So it becomes Maori. So like the way they say hello is kia ora, but it's spelled K-I-A apostrophe O-R-A. So you think kia ora, but because they speak really quickly, kia ora. So.
Okay, Bretta.
Out
Out of all the I pay letters, the schwa is my favorite, just because it's called the schwa.
Schwa. I do like schwa.
Oh, we got another drink from Raging Rhino.
Raging Rhino, thank you for the drink. Hooray. Sorry.
That would be awesome if that's who I think it is.
Yeah. So, little dogs.
While we're waiting, Pizza Hut versus Domino's in the chat. I'm gonna go Pizza Hut.
Either. I'm not picky with my pizza.
I enjoy both. Look at us. So when it comes to pizza, it's like, yes, there's the big chain pizza restaurants, and I have a lower standard, but I do enjoy. Like if you invited me over and you said, Jeff, we have Domino's with cheesy bread, I'd say thank you, Hadas, for the free pizza. I appreciate it. But I do have a preference to stuffed crust from Pizza Hut.
Guys, we got a very special guest coming on. Just to say hi. We're gonna get him on probably for a longer stream sometime next week. Benita Martinez says, look, Haka is really cool. Drink. Haka is super cool. We'll talk about Haka in a second. First, I gotta send this link because guys,
James Baker, may the schwa be with you.
Schwa. It's about Andy Signor on here. The Andy Signor, the formerly described disgraced, formerly creator or
movie fights, or honest trailers,
Screen Junkies, the guy,
man.
the man. We are getting him on here briefly. You've seen me on his Nerd Wars, which is basically Movie Fights 2.0. And here we go. All right. Bam! All right. All right. This is super exciting, super last minute, super fun. We're gonna have him on again for a longer show at some point. But
wait, was this the guy you showed the popcorn?
Yeah, the interview, the guy who his channel was. Yeah. So now, if you guys have been waiting for us to talk Tiger King, we're gonna do it. Then we'll talk Haka for a second.
And that bitch Carol.
Carol Baskin.
I almost said that bitch Carol Danvers.
Don't talk bad about.
I feel really dumb for asking. What's Haka? Does it stand for something?
What?
Does Haka stand for something?
No, it's
that dance in Simone, right?
It's not a Samoan dance. It's a Maori dance, which is funny. This is actually funny. I'm gonna make. Well, that's the thing. Is okay. So anytime a Hawaiian or Samoan does the Haka, it's legitimately cultural appropriation. This is a fun thing. People talk about what's cultural appropriation. So people talk about things like when something is distinctly Chinese and only Chinese, and everyone's like, that's just an Asian thing, but it's just a Chinese thing or just a Japanese thing. It's like, we're not going to get mad or offended or flip out about it, but it's a little ignorant to be like, that's an Asian thing.
Can I just
very
say,
specific to
for the
one
record,
country.
I love Japan.
That's fine.
I love Japan.
But I'm just saying, if you're like sushi, that's an Asian thing. Well, it's really a Japanese thing, and different. Some other Asian cultures have different versions of sushi, but realistically, sushi's a Japanese thing, right? You know.
Yes, I love sushi.
Anime, that's an Asian thing. No, anime is a Japanese thing, right? So saying the Haka is a Polynesian thing is the same thing. The Haka is a New Zealand thing. The Maori tribe. So again, even though their history with other cultures weren't that violent. All right, we're going to pause this for a second. Andy, what is up? Welcome to Mindless Entertainment.
Hey, wow. Thank you. Sorry I was late and ignored your time, but you're here, so I'm sorry I missed you guys and I interrupt. Finish what you guys were saying, but I'm excited to talk with you guys.
It's Andy, awesome. We're in the middle of a really weird conversation about the indigenous New Zealand cultures. We do want to get on Tiger King tonight as well.
Oh yeah, just what I was here for. Indigenous
interview. I'm very excited for this.
Oh yeah, so Hadass, I sent her your interview because she was the one who got us watching the Tiger King.
Oh, I can talk Tiger King.
Oh, dude, my god, it is my
I've been doing exclusive interviews, as you saw, Jesse.
I know.
I got the Tiger King scoops.
Dude, we're ready for it. We'll finish up this. We'll wrap up the New Zealand conversation, and then we'll talk about it real quick.
You're on YouTube or Twitch?
We're on YouTube right now.
Okay, just curious.
Andy, this is Hadass. Hadass, this is Andy.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah. And we've got a super chat from Raging Rhino. Pizza Hut won the franchise. Taco Bell.
You know what that's from?
I don't, but I'll drink
Andy
for you.
knows.
Sorry, well, who won?
It's
Demolition Man. Taco Bell won because it's the most premium restaurant in all of the world in the future.
That's why I watch this guy.
There you go. So also, yes, Jeff, this is Andy. Andy, this is Jeff.
Yeah, it's officially meet you, Jeff. Good to see you.
Nice to meet you, man. I've been watching your stuff for years.
Dude, thank you, man. We got to work. I'm so glad to finally be here. Let's keep helping each other out the best we can.
We were actually talking about you this morning because when you do Nerd Wars, I'm usually doing the high counter of the podcast. But if there's another day that we can make something happen, besides
I do it daily. I go daily now, so I'm moving over to Twitch. I've been starting slowly because are you guys finished? Sorry, tell me when. Do you want me to talk about that, or you still indigenous people? Sorry, do we got to do?
Well, I can wrap up real quickly because we were just talking about how basically people talk about anime. That's an Asian thing when really it's just a Japanese thing. People say about the Haka, they're like, oh, it's a Polynesian dance. It's a Maori dance. The Maori are a warlike tribes that fought with each other. They cannibalized each other. They're one of those tribes. They're one of those peoples that believe like if we eat your heart, it will give us power. Like we'll eat the hearts of your strongest warriors. And the Haka was a dance meant to intimidate other tribes to maybe not fight them or like make them piss their pants before they fought them. Anyway, it's specifically a Maori dance. End of story. Andy, go.
While you're talking, I'm just tweeting to make sure anybody's watching who's still up because I've been streaming all day long. But I want to make sure I'm promoting you guys.
No,
but yeah, did you tweet it? Meant to 2 hours ago. It had to be said. Is that this tweet? Can I forward that?
Which one? No, that's a different one. I actually didn't tweet the stream tonight because I'm a loser.
You didn't share it? Wow. You aren't a social media whore like me?
Well, I put my video that I tweeted. I put the video that I posted.
Followers because I
is what?
I think this is one of your followers. I just want to double check.
I can't read it. What does it say?
It says the sign of Zeta.
I don't know.
What did they say?
Hey,
Didn't DM me.
So
If it's one of you guys, just let me know.
if you want Hadass to follow you back, just DM her. So this is I was busy.
Oh, you did. I'm sorry. I'll follow you back. Yeah.
I was whatchamacallit. So I was busy tweeting things like the video I put up today about how feminism is stupid and this amazing meme. So thank you.
Oh yeah, America's ass.
Woo!
What is it? Not on my nation. What did it say? I can't see it.
It's just America Chavez being terrible.
Okay, but I couldn't read what was in the word bubble.
Something stupid.
Not on my watch, sucker.
Not on my watch, sucker. Yeah. Anyway, I was tweeting those things. I forgot to tweet the stream, but
I'm tweeting it for you now. I'm on with
you the best. So yeah. What was I wordsing?
We
I
finished.
believe in you. Word.
Finish the Maori talk. We can talk about how to pronounce other common Maori phrases sometime later.
We
but
also
have
agree
Andy
that The
now.
Rock is awesome.
We all agree that The Rock is awesome.
I mean, that's just a given, though.
Mhm.
He's pretty awesome. I can say from experience, not to humble brag. He's exactly what you think he would be. Which is there's pros and cons to that. Yeah, sorry, what?
I saw when Nick Mundy got married by him.
Yeah, we worked with him like 4 times, and then I secretly arranged with him to go so he get ordained to meet to my ex-friend, to marry my ex-friend and his wife. But yeah, he was all like, "I'm going to get ordained. I'm going to learn how to do it to make sure you do it right." So he's legit. He's a workaholic who just will do anything. And when he meets you, he knows the game, right? So he just immediately eye contact. He's got his whole team ready to like pull him out when he needs to. But it's like when you're in the room with The Rock, you're getting The Rock. Like that is to me what the true like celebrity marketer. You know what I mean? You got to do it. Eye contact, attention. Make sure you give him the moment. Get the hell out of there. And he's doing it like all day. I don't know how the man has the energy.
When I moved out here, I only had a chance to bring a handful of things. I brought my Rock action figure from when I was a kid. I had to bring it. I don't leave home without it type of thing. I love The Rock. He's my favorite.
He's legit. I do like him.
He's a good.
There was something you asked me. Oh, Tiger King.
Yes.
Dude.
All right.
Tiger King. I can talk all day.
Please do.
So
I was saying Twitch. Can I plug Twitch quick and explain what? You may relate. Are you on Twitch too, Jesse, or no?
We're going to.
We will be. We're going to do a couple.
I started. So I teamed up with this guy named Jody, who I support. He's been so amazing. He's gotten like a really good following because when I started coming back and Jeremy at Geeks and Gamers like sort of plugged me, I got like a weird hodgepodge of supporters who like either just hated me or just were there watching me burn or supporting me, and it was like not a very good. So I'm finally like teamed up with I got a good base now, and so they support me directly, right? So I get like super chats and pretty good donors, and I'm like, all right, finally. So I stopped caring about the YouTube algorithm and just went streaming, right? And I streamed to my fans and went for 3 hours. But then as the weeks went by, I saw YouTube algorithm was like, because you can't stream for 4 hours and just hang out with your fans because it destroys your channel.
Yep.
So I quickly realized, well, shit, if I could take the fans that are supporting me, hey, let's go try Twitch. I could talk to you all freaking day. I'll get rewarded the longer we're there. And then I'll clip during my streams. I'll literally clip pieces and put them on YouTube as standalone shorter videos. That's my new method that I've been trying. So I'll let you know how it goes. But so far so good. But if Twitch Popcorn Planet Twitch, I don't know how you guys know how it is. But anyway, Jesse, check it out. Do you feel the same way? I feel like the algorithm.
Oh my god, I have been of all the people who get categorized in that Phantom Menace bracket, I have been dicked the hardest in the butt without lube by the YouTube algorithm.
I'm the YouTube algorithm.
Shut up. My subs have been steadily going down for over a month now. I've been at a freeze. I haven't made any. Over the past 7, 8, 9 months now, I am net like minus 300 subscribers. That's it. And I'm not doing anything different. I'm not doing anything worse. And I wasn't even leaving my live streams up or anything like that. I was doing all the things you're supposed to do, and I was losing subscribers. So no, YouTube fucking hates me, and I hate them right back. So suck it. We do have a new super chat from Anthony Sholey. He says,
show the support to the channel, guys.
Woo! We love it.
Do you have a Cash App? I've been using the Cash App. Jesse, make a Cash App, and then your fans can give it to you without giving Google the 30%.
Oh, I like that. That's a good idea. We're going to start doing that.
I get alerts when they'll be like, hey, check your Cash App. I'll be like, oh, we sent the comment. So that way, F YouTube.
I like this. I like this a lot. I love you. You're the best. All of the good ideas. Anthony Shelley says a YouTuber named Gail says the world is run by people called the Jesuits, and the way to stop them is for Brent Spiner to assassinate Melania Trump.
Why
Wow.
does Brent Spiner have to? It's Data or the dude from Independence Day. Why does he have to kill somebody?
You know, you click the super chat. We'll see that instead of the Rock one. Show.
Well, we can wonder about it.
When they pay, you got to promote them. Then people are reminded to pay. Pay Jesse.
That's
Always tip your creators right now. We're all in a quarantine.
Exactly. Listen to Andy. He is wise. That's a very fair point, too. And a lot of people, there have been some people coming out being like, fuck artists who want artist grants and stuff like that. It's like, really, bitch, what are you doing? You're all at home watching movies, watching YouTube,
reading comics,
playing video games, reading books. These are all your artists. You wouldn't have any of this if not for your artists. So artists need relief just as much as anybody else because we are certainly considered non-essential personnel. We have all been sent home from our day jobs, if we have them. And we're also feeling the pinch because we make our money directly from our consumers. And if our consumers aren't making money because they can't work, then we're not making money either. So for those of our consumers who do have the ability to contribute, it is more important than ever to contribute to your creators. So
is it really hard to believe Grace Randolph was single, by the way, Shadow Diaz Gaming? Just saying. I watch your shit sometimes. Not surprised.
Anyway, we appreciate Anthony Show. Appreciate the super chats.
I appreciate everybody.
If you guys appreciate us,
and the link so you guys can get paid. Hold on.
You're the best.
Sweet. I'm going to build that.
I'm about that.
Thanks, Andy. I appreciate the help, man.
All right. So here's a question I want to ask all of us since we're all big time Tiger King enthusiasts. And Andy, we'll get to you as whenever you're,
Okay, so I just linked my Popcorn Planet. Go get that, copy that Cash App link because you'll sign up for the Cash App. And if you sign in through the Cash App, I get paid $5 and you don't have to do anything. So if you do it and you're going to support Jesse, throw me $5 while you support Jesse. And then you get to support us both. I mean, that's a win-win, right?
It's a change.
And then all you have to do is you'll see me. I'm not asking this to try and get money, but I'll take it. But all you have to do is set up it's like a $sign and then mine's my name. Oh, there's somebody, Beth Digout page. You could see Beth stepping up. Beth is a supporter.
Beth is
one of the best people on here. I haven't been on Jesse's live streams for long, but she's like constantly.
Yeah, we actually brought her on a couple times. We have a smiling fox this time. Last time it was farting hearts yesterday. We actually brought her on a couple times. She lives up in Canada. She works as a princess for parties. So
she's awesome. I love her.
She's got a beautiful singing voice. I actually want to do some collaborations with her in the future. Oh, also Andy. So we're gonna get into our Tiger King stuff real soon here.
Yeah, I'm here. Oh wait, I did it as my personal, but there you go. It's still the Andy Signor is me. But yeah, anyway, that if you go click on the cash, I'm telling you, you guys get the Cash App, and then you can have it on like a little mention, and it's just a $sign, and then F the rates to Google. Why do they take so much? It's not fair.
I agree. It's bullshit. Look, if they took 1% from all the creators, they would still be making bank. They took 1% because they got people making serious money on here.
I know what other fandom ministers make. They're taking a lot of that money. If they're getting that, that's their percentage that they take home.
They're taking that much from every single person who makes money on the platform. It's when you think about it, it's fucking ridiculous.
And they don't want to promote us. It's a whole mess.
When they say YouTube doesn't make money, it's a lie.
It's such BS. It's such crap. It's such garbage.
You took 30% of my take home.
Exactly. It's like I know what I make. I know what you're making off of that. So there you go. And that's
Did you remove it? Did YouTube just remove my link?
Did it?
Did they spam it? Was it like, he spammed them? I think they took away the Cash App link. Those effers. Look at that.
Let me make sure you're modded on here too, because
I think they literally just banned it. Those sons of bitches. See how sneaky they are, everybody? Crazy Uzo! Crazy Uzo, just shut up for my team. Yeah, showing support for Jesse.
Woo! We got a sticker.
My fans, they know what's up.
Keep it up. Crazy Uso, thank you so much for stopping by. Thank you so much for and we are definitely going to drink for your super
drink. Uzo is one of my mods. He's the best. Love you, Uzo. Thank you for coming.
For a non-YouTuber, what's a mod?
Oh yeah, it's a moderator. So they can go in. If someone's being a dick, they can ban them. They can mute them.
Oh, nice.
So for fun facts, backstory, Anna's just one of my friends from real life. She's been a guest on my channel before.
I love that. Not a YouTube friend, a real life friend. Bravo.
We met doing improv. Like I know.
We did. We met doing improv like losers, and we're actually. She was quarantined for her 2-week period because she was a presumed positive. She couldn't get a test because she wasn't sick enough, but she was a presumed positive for the coronavirus. So we were checking in with her as a correspondent on these streams, and she fucking people love her. People love her to death. So she's been back and back and back. And people ask for her. The first super chat I got tonight was someone who was pissed off because as soon as he signed off last night was when she came on last night because she wasn't originally going to be here. So Hadass has become very popular very quickly. So we're keeping
real life friends for the win.
Real life friends. You can never have too many of those.
That's the secret of my podcast.
Oh, just like those guys.
Did you mod me? Hello. Wait, I want to test this. Can you bear with me? I know mod Popcorn Planet. I switched over to my actual YouTube channel.
Jesse, I don't
mod that one quick, and then I want to see.
What does like me because I have a wrench mean?
What?
You have a wrench. You're a mod.
Wrench means you're a mod. Yes.
So
okay.
Popcorn Planet, and then I want to see if I there I got it. So now if I post this app, grab this on, put it on screen right away. Ready? Let's see if it gets spammed. Did it get? Did you get it?
It hasn't come in yet.
App, or did they pull it?
The last thing I have is Mando Merc.
And then cash. They're going to pull it. They don't let you do it. I guess because it seems like it's spam.
Maybe it looks like spam. Usually, if you're a mod, you can post.
That's weird. I don't see it. I don't see it. Yeah. I see it on mine, and they're not. Yeah, they pulled it. It's gone.
Tons of bitches. Of course. Go figure. So we just gotta,
Wow, sketch. That is sketchy.
Go YouTube.
Oh well, I'll text it to you so you have it. You can sign up later. I was more testing to sort of show YouTube's sketchiness. They effing suck. Anyway, want to talk Tiger King? What did you want to talk about?
Okay, so first question, and I want to give this question to everybody. Have everyone a chance to answer. What horrible thing could befall that bitch Carol Baskin that would make you guys actually feel sympathy for her?
I mean, I feel sympathy for her a little bit.
Okay.
How so? Elaborate, please.
Elaborate.
I think, look, I'm an animal person, right? So I'm a vegetarian. I mean, I was a meat eater for a while, but I did it for health reasons. But I also, I love animals. I don't judge meat eaters though. And I eat seafood from time to time. But my point is, I do think I think she means well. And I think she is actually trying to save some of those cats. And I think, just like Joe Exotic was too. Like, where do you put those cats? Like, those cats are going endangered. Like, you got to put them somewhere, right? As I talked to Saf, the one who lost her arm. We could talk about let's talk about the pronoun thing too, because I have a whole story there. But before that, my point is, I feel for her just because, look, she killed her husband. I think so. I think but from like the big cat rescue, I do think she's doing good for cats. Like, it seems better than Joe's zoo, right? And we need to have cats go somewhere. She seems to care about these cats, but I do think she's exploiting them just like everybody else was. So that's where it comes from for me.
Oh, Beth, thank you for the super chat. She said, thanks for the compliments, guys. Of course.
Yeah, Beth, I don't know Beth, but Beth is a friend and a supporter. You got to show support on these streams.
Beth
we do. We love that.
You got to tip your Witcher. You know what I'm saying?
Ooh, she also, and I want to share this with you, Andy, because she shared something with us earlier via super chat that you may or may not know. But apparently, according to the Irish, if you pull any April Fool's pranks after midnight, it actually brings you bad luck. So no more. You're on the East Coast, so no more April Fools for you.
None.
No more.
You guys still have an hour or so, yeah.
We do. We got a couple hours here, so. 158. But yeah, you're. I guess you technically. Yeah, no, you're way past. You're full almost hour past. But to that, there's so many things about that. I want to let everyone else answer the question before I dive in because I have so much to say.
So what would I feel bad about?
What could befall Carol Baskin, that bitch Carol Baskin, that would actually make you feel bad?
Literally nothing. Because if I watched her get eaten by a tiger, I would watch with a smile. I fucking hate her.
Nothing that could happen to her. No horrible incident. No.
You want me to explain why?
Yeah.
Because she went after Joe's mom. I could understand Joe doing some terrible shit, but you don't go after somebody's mother. And that woman, at the end of her life, was nothing but fucking sadness because of Carol fucking Baskin, that bitch. So I don't care what Joe did. Joe did wrong, but his mom didn't. Maybe she tried to help her son. She signed stuff, but Joe's mom did not deserve to have her last days. I don't know what she did. She could have been a veteran.
But they came to her house and they took their fucking furniture.
Only because of Carol Baskin. That's
Carol
why.
Fucking Baskin.
That's why. To answer the question, there's literally nothing. You could have that woman drawn and quartered. You could have that woman pissed on by Lou Ferrigno. You could have all these terrible things happen to her, and I would laugh willingly because I don't like her as a human being. She is garbage, and her cucky husband, he's fucking bad.
So, moral of the story, guys.
Shot of him with the leash in the tiger underwear.
Oh, that one was creepy.
Poor guy.
do not fuck with Jeff's mom.
Yeah.
Because he will kill you. He will draw and quarter you and smile and laugh while he's doing it.
I don't care if I gotta go to jail.
But I feel like it should be, the unspoken rule. You don't mess with someone's parents.
No.
Ever.
And
Whatever
That's the line you don't cross.
is not. Yeah, that's not the line you cross.
And all right, Hadass, is there anything that could befall, any misfortune that could befall Carol Baskin that would make you feel? And chat, also chime in if you can think of horrible scenarios, terrible things that could happen to her, the worst possible things. Try to make us feel for this woman. Hadass, what is there anything that could befall Carol Baskin that would make you feel bad for her?
If she accidentally caused harm to a cat, because I feel like that's a guilt that she would really take to heart. And like guilt, so that's one where I'm like, okay, that's your, you care for these animals. If you are the cause of them being hurt, then that would be a very vulnerable and emotional thing to watch. That would make me feel a bit bad.
I want to respond to
If it was an accidental thing. If she purposely hurt the cat, then no.
Fair. I want to respond to that, but Nerdy Gamer Gal, if you at somebody, so if you at and then their name, it won't highlight on your end, but whoever you added, it will highlight for them. So when they read it, it will highlight for them. I learned this because I was like, how come my chats don't get highlighted when I at them? And I realized it's only.
And by the way, Dr. Coffinos, thank you very much.
So, what did he do? What did he say?
He said, "My mom's a saint."
Oh, she is a saint. Hadass, the thing to that though, so if you listen to that interview from Andy, according to this guy that took these cats in for evidence, she has, or at her hands, or at the hands of her volunteers, at her sanctuary, cats have been mistreated. Cats have been taken away from her for animal abuse issues. So that has happened.
It is the same thing that Joe's doing, but it's just bigger, right? That's the problem. But she's exploiting the animals just like Joe is.
Yeah. And so here's a couple of things that I pointed out. First of all, I posted a picture of that lion that she poses in front of. This is a fun one.
Oh, with the tiny cage.
So they put this lion in this holding cage, clearly for a photo op and all that. People talk about this is the kind of holding cage you put them in, maybe for feeding, maybe if they're sick and you need to see them for veterinary purposes. Raging Rhino, thank you for the super chat.
Whoa, right, cheers, bam, showing love.
And so the thing is with that, in this particular instance, it's in this tiny holding cage.
I thought two were about to get on top of each other. I was worried.
We have human urges. Jeff's been streaming.
We're like buzzed, so I was like, "Ooh, damn!" Sorry, keep going.
In these tiny holding cages, and in this case, a photo op. And the thing about photo ops or interview, it looks like I think it's still maybe taken from an interview. You set up for an interview for a photo op. This is an hours long production. Even if you're just getting a few pictures, a quick interview, whatever. Your crew comes in. They got to light it. They got to have the animal in there so they know if the lighting is correct. So they know if they can focus it correctly with you in the foreground and the animal in the background, and set up the shot and all of these things. Anyone who's ever been on set knows this is a process. So that tiger's sitting in that cage for hours. And this is a cage where it doesn't even have enough clearance to stand up fully. Any of us have ever spent time on their knees? You do a squat, you got to hold that down low. That is not comfortable. It's the same for these animals. This cat is braced down on its back legs, almost to its knees, hobbled down in this uncomfortable position that it had to hold for God knows how long, so she could get her pictures and she could get her interview. And you're talking about, people trying to hammer Joe saying, oh, posing with these baby kitten tiger cubs whose eyes aren't even open. That's not right, but neither is what she's doing. And the point that I look at additionally, you have her saying we never breed our animals. You also know, based on the public statements put out by the Big Cat Sanctuary, they do not release their animals into the wild. They do not rehabilitate any animals to be released into the wild. So this lion, you can clearly see, has got big old testicles hanging off the back there. Why is your male lion not fixed if he is not going to be reintroduced into the wild and he is not being used for breeding? So
good question.
Exactly. And so, but in terms of what good is being done, I don't know. Does she release reports saying how much of her donations actually go towards positive things like lobbying for this big cats bill? I mean, she posted on her website. She posted stuff on her website, big cats bills and all these positive things and whatnot. But you look at, you watch this documentary and you find out that or if I was reading something about this, how some of those donations is what went to pay for this lawsuit against Joe for copyright infringement. Not even paying lawyers for the court case about the, hiring the hitman and whatnot, which I could understand a little bit more. But
I don't even buy he was going to actually kill her.
Of course not.
I don't think so.
I think he was goaded into it. I think he was pushing it.
I think it was all just like a fantasy. That's like, oh yeah, let's talk about it. That was what I was. He was just getting off on the idea of it. I don't believe he actually was ever going to pay or actually follow through. And that's important. That case would have gone away had they not thrown those animal abuse charges on him. So yeah. I do think he got screwed.
And we talked about this a lot last night too about justice system, the flaws in the justice system, and the need for justice system reform.
Oh, dude. You should watch my interview with the Survivor winner Richard Hatch, who got tax evasion for not paying $1 million. Imagine, even if you didn't watch Survivor, you guys might remember the naked guy.
I remember that guy.
He literally wins $1 million in, I think it was Borneo or something, and they're like, "Oh yeah, you got to pay it there because they paid him there." And then, how the hell would you even go about figuring out? Well, what do I do? How do I? He tried to figure it all out, and then the government just made an example out of him, sent him to jail for tax evasion and 40 other files, and then just screwed him. And now he's like and then CBS he caught CBS cheating on the show. And then that was their mate. Well, we'll pay the taxes. That it's just like, there's so much hypocrisy, and exactly the court system, everything, but you can Hugging the Cactus, my channel where I do these interviews. It's so depressing, but fascinating to learn how effed some of this stuff is.
And we talked about this last night. We talked about with where clearly there were so many other players in this case, Jeff Lowe and others, and all that. And this was laziness on the justice system. I talked about a case that's personal to me that I'm very aware of, where somebody else, their sentence was traded. Basically, they're probably innocent. It was a murder case. At the worst, they were guilty of self-defense, and their conviction got traded. Because this lawyer was working a more high-profile case, a more big deal, big potatoes case, and so she traded that a better outcome on that case for this life sentence for this undeserving man who's now in jail for life. You got Joe, who's basically all his 22 years that he was given. It's not what he did, not anything he did. It was what Jeff Lowe did, what Jeff Lowe's associates did. This hitman, all this setup, all this, Carol, the pressure from Carol Baskin, all of these people.
What's your name?
That bitch Carol Baskin. You're welcome.
That bitch. That's our title now.
This 22 years that you could meet out across 5 or more different people that all got slopped onto this one guy because it's just easier for the justice system to deal with it that way.
Yep. It's not right.
It's not at all.
Yeah,
So
Kay Stewart fan. What's up? Kristen
Stewart.
You.
So this is actually an internet friend, became a real life friend. So thank you, that K-Stu fan, for the super chat. It says 3 cheers for Andy. Hi, Andy. Hi, Hadas. Hi, Chief Hicks.
So it's a real life friend. Now, wait, it's a real life friend? You've met this person?
Yes. So he started out as an internet friend. We met at a.
Well, I mean, just can you elaborate? It's K-Stu fan. Wow. I mean, that's intense. I didn't know.
No, he's a lot of fun. He's the person I would describe as like if you met a human being that was actually a troll. So
that's what I'm saying. Is that like ironic, or is like he really a kid? Kristen Stewart.
He loves Kristen Stewart.
I don't have a problem. I liked her in that underwater movie. Did you guys see that? It was very short-lived.
It was a lot of fun, though. It wasn't terrible, but it was fun.
I was surprised. I enjoyed it way more than I thought I would.
Mm-hmm. It was a ton of fun. It was very, what's fun about it?
I don't want to spoil the ending, but I love the ending because you're like, oh, they went there. It was
yeah. Fun. Oh, that was a good ending. It was a solid ending. Jeff was asleep by that point, I think. Yeah. It's not his fault. It's not we didn't like the movie. Jeff just falls asleep.
I had just moved out here.
Yeah, he wasn't adjusting.
Is that cereal? What are you eating?
Just Frosted Flakes. They're more than good though. They're great.
They're great.
Oh God!
How relevant for our Tiger King conversation?
Perfect. Jesse refused to say that with me in the grocery store today.
But yeah, no. Oh, calm down.
I'll calm down when Joe Exotic is a free man.
Yeah, and K-Stu is Kirsten Stewart.
Kristen Stewart.
Whatever. Kay Stewart.
Kay Stewart. It's really interesting, actually. So it's funny because I've been watching, because this guy is a humongous Kristen Stewart fan. He sent me a lot of interviews of her and whatnot. And it's like, it's funny because it's easy to be skeptical of her work as an actress. A lot of it has been subpar. I would say that her range as an actress has largely been like subpar to, that was all right.
That's it right there.
She was good in Underwater. I was surprised.
She was solid in Underwater.
That movie starts right off with action and never lets down.
Yeah, it never ends. Yeah. It's just exciting. I have to give it. Thanks for spoiling it, Bruce. Jesus.
So she she's in this movie Seberg about the life of Joan Seberg, who's a not known anymore actress who went off into the French scene, which is actually funny. I think the reason why she liked doing this is it's somewhat autobiographical, because Kristen Stewart, after being shunned from American media, went off and did a lot of foreign films, did work in France and stuff like that. She's actually won like the French equivalent of an Oscar, apparently. It's really interesting. I've learned so much because of that K-Stu fan who sent me all these interviews. I'm like, you know what? You might not love her work as an actress, but she's actually got a decent story as a human being.
Mm-hmm.
And
she's a nice person.
She seems like a really just. It's cute too, watching her interviews because she's so very human. She's so very awkward in front of the camera. I watched an interview with her where I think she was low key calling out Brie Larson, because she was talking about activism and like fake activists, and people were like, I'm an activist, but they don't actually do anything. And so it was really interesting watching two people, juxtaposing her interviews against Brie Larson's interviews, two women who have been in Hollywood since they were children. K-Stu grew up with famous parents and all that.
Who are famous parents?
They weren't like super famous. One was in like more music recording, one was in film, or maybe like
I know
soundtrack
she was in that
recording.
movie with Jodie Foster, Panic Room.
Yeah, but that was like because she
When
sort
she
of
was a kid, yeah.
talked about how she- What's up?
She's in a movie called Speak when she's a teenager, and it's about rape. It's super powerful.
I was not aware of that movie. I'm now curious about it. Editor MG says, "Stay safe, Jess." Thank you. Thank you, Editor MG. I think you've sent me some DMs on Twitter. I will respond one day, I swear.
Yeah, I have it. There it is. I wanted to see if they have the picture of her. She's so, if you forget she's in this friggin' movie.
Yeah, absolutely. And we got another $1 super chat from Beth
shit.
Tagu. So thank
Woo!
you.
Beth, man.
Thank you, guys. I said I wanted to finish the 6-pack. We're down to the final 2 weeks.
I forgot Jared Leto was in it.
And Panic Room?
Ew, the worst Joker?
He was in it.
He's interesting. I just like when his face gets mashed in Fight Club. That's
What's he
great.
getting on, guys?
Oh, I never read the book Emperor and I.
I just didn't know it was him.
If I need something to try.
Sorry, I'm
What do you
nerdy.
think? We got a couple voices going. That's what were you saying?
Oh, sorry. No, Emperor 9 said the book was way better for Speak. I haven't read it, but I'm going to now when I need to cry.
There you go. And Andy's got the full big set of Panic Room, so there you go. I guess we know who to talk
3-disc
to.
DVD set. Oh my God, these don't even make these anymore.
Does.
Just for a brief second, Andy, I know you showing that. I miss when DVD sets were a thing. Like I love.
Man, don't get me started. I miss like physical media. It is the lack of it. I'm so depressed. It makes me sad for my kids because it's all like, well, let's go search on. I mean, it's convenient.
Yeah, but you
There's
just
something
don't
about having DVDs. I got a bunch behind me, but yeah, I
remember a friend in high school when iPods were becoming super popular. She took her CDs and started listening to them like on a CD player. She's like, wow, this is one of the most therapeutic things.
and you're stuck with that CD. Think about how it's messed up the music industry. Like there's no more albums anymore. Because when I was a kid, I would listen to an album and I'd find songs, or I'd be forced to re-listen and then find, you hear new things or you appreciate.
You recorded on the radio.
Exactly. Yeah. When we would get the single, I remember there was like a Tom Petty. I was like, I waited all day to record it on my cassette tape. There was just something about you really have to work to like appreciate it,
As a kid, I would sit listening to the radio all day because I wanted to hear Blue.
It was and you know what? Think about the values that taught us, though. That
what, Blue by Eiffel 65?
No,
that aliens would come to the planet.
The values of having to wait for these things, the values of having to be patient for these, or go to specific places that work for these things. This idea that that not everything is instant gratification.
Mm-hmm.
And it's funny. It's funny when you said albums. That was an archaic term when cassettes came out, because an album specifically refers to a record.
LP.
An LP, and we still use that as a phrase. Jeff makes fun of me all the time because I'll say like on DVD and I'll be like, it's a Blu-ray, and I'm like, whatever. For me, like DVD, I'm like a funny nutty in that way. I'm like DVD, I just mean a disc,
Well, I mean, people are saying they still have albums. Yeah, I mean, Spotify has an album, but even Spotify will do it like random order, right? And you don't even really listen to it, or you get.
And that's like, some of my favorite bands have released concept albums. I'm not ashamed to say 3 Cheers for Sweet Revenge by My Chemical Romance is one of my favorite albums ever. And it is a concept album. It is brilliant. And the experience of going start to finish, for me anyway, is wonderful.
I like Songs from the Big Chair.
Fine. I don't even know who that is.
Dr. Coffinail's left. In the chat, if you know what that is, let me know.
Is that Tears for Fears?
No.
Okay. Is it? It is. You're lying. Okay. Anthony Sholey says Kristen Stewart was in Zathura. I didn't know that.
Drink.
Yeah, I was on there for a while.
Hmm.
I was going to say, hi, Raging Rhino, hail Andy Signal, or hail Raging Rhino. Thank you for that.
Raging Rhino is a great dude for
Raging Rhino's in Down Under.
Up that support for Jesse.
Yeah. He is the
Bruce
dude.
Lombardo. He's a big fan.
Bruce Lombardo says new Joe Satriani album 10 APR 20 Shapeshifter.
Hey, Bruce, did you hear the reason why Surfing with the Alien had to change their album? So originally, Surfing with the Alien, this Joe Satriani album, had
You just ask Bruce out loud, knowing that Bruce can't reply.
Oh, Bruce will respond in the chat.
Oh, okay, I thought you were waiting for his like vocal response.
Oh no!
Waiting
So
for it.
Joe Satriani has this album, Surfing with the Alien, with the Silver Surfer on it, and he was licensed from Marvel, and Marvel didn't want him to use this. They jacked up the licensing fee, so they couldn't use Surfing with the Alien, with the Silver Surfer anymore.
Oh,
I remember that. Yeah, I remember him being on that album. The most effed up music license thing is the Verve and Rolling Stones. Have you ever guys actually gone into that?
no, I don't know any of that.
You know, Bittersweet Symphony.
Of course, yeah, of course.
Bum, 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 bum.
Oh,
That's a
God.
Rolling Stones sample. And so the Verve made it its own, but they borrowed this it's not even in the Rolling Stones sample. It's the orchestrated version of the Rolling Stones sample. I forget the song. Somebody correct me. But they literally looped it over and over again. And so they went and Rolling Stones went and sued them for money. And not only they win, they got 100% of royalties. So the Verve makes no money on Bittersweet Symphony. Rolling Stones do. And Rolling Stones didn't even do it. It was like this composer, orchestrator who did this version of it. That's that string part, you know? And so Richard Ashcroft, none of them make a dime off that movie. It's so depressing. There's like a bunch
Most famous song too.
Fun fact, Andy, there's news from this from last May. I just looking this up because I want to know what song it is. The first thing that pops up is from last May, as of May 23rd, 2019, Bittersweet Symphony credits and royalties given back to the Verve by Jagger and
What?
Richard. Yeah,
full.
last May. There you go.
Really? Wow, that would love. I'm verifying that because it's April Fool's still on your end.
Yeah, so this was from last May, though.
Oh, wow. Really?
I want to know what song, though. What song?
Thank you, Toxic Masculinity. I love the Cable Guy.
Good movie.
I
That's
want to
Janine
know.
Garofalo going
Oh
up to
my
Matthew
god.
Broderick.
Okay. What?
Wow. Yeah. NPR.org. But not bitter. Just
What?
sweet. Rolling Stones give royalties to the Verve. Good for them, man. That was one of the most bitter, awful stories ever. They seem like such douchebags. After more than 20 years, they finally resolved the sour dispute of authorship of Bittersweet Symphony. Richard Ashcroft announced on Wednesday. Good for them, man. That's awesome.
I hope that's a thing moving forward because I really like Mindless Entertainment as my thing. Turns out, Mindless Entertainment Records is a record label started by I believe Keith Richards.
Oh,
So-
do you want to hear the song? You might get dinged though. Do you care?
Do I what?
Do you want me to play the song?
No, I'll save the ding. I've been trying because I've been leaving these up for the week that they're live for.
I won't play it. Don't play it.
By the way, did I
Anyway,
get
that's
another
crazy
copyright strike?
news. Thank you for sharing.
Okay. So it's from the song "The Last Time." I know that song. This will be the last time. This will be the last
It's
time.
not in that version.
This will be the last time.
They made I'm talking over you. You don't get dinged, but no, they made an orchestration version of that, and then that's what they pulled. So it was like imagine someone doing a cover of a Rolling Stones song, and then Rolling Stones still being like, "Well, we want the money." It was crazy. Do you want? Yeah, I got sad. There was sad news today. I always want to like tribute this guy. Did you guys read about Adam Schlesinger, the lead singer of Fountains of Wayne? Do you guys?
Yeah, we talked about that.
Oh,
Is that-
I was on my stream and I was like, "What?" But he died of corona. I was like, "What?" But he wrote that thing you do, that Tom Hanks song, doing that thing you do.
Oh yeah,
music and lyrics, which is like a guilty pleasure movie of mine with Hugh Grant and I think it's Drew Barrymore. He did a lot of really. There's a bunch of TVs and stuff, but I loved Stacy's mom has got it. Utopia Parkway is a fantastic album of Fountains of Wayne. So I just tribute and I was really sad. He was like 51.
Yeah, I saw that today, dude.
It's just like that was one where I was like, damn, I got to start taking this even more seriously because this is not cool.
Yes, Greg Kirby, this is shit pancake.
this is shit. Everyone wants to know if this is shit pancake. So Andy, this is one of our 4 tuxedo cats.
Oh, so cute.
And his name was originally Mal from Malcolm Reynolds from Firefly. Are you a Firefly fan?
Yeah, of the show. The show. Yeah, and I guess Serenity, the movie. Yeah, I'm a fan.
Yeah. So he was
Hey,
Mal.
Greg, I'm Andy Signor. Hi. My name's covered because there's comments, but I'm here.
There you go. There you
Guy
go.
with the hat.
So Andy,
Jeff invited me, but hey, nice to meet you. Go ahead. Let's hear about shithead pancake.
this is shit pancake. So his name was originally Mal, and so it was Mal and Jane. So his brother's Jane, man they call Jane, and this is Malcolm Reynolds, Nathan Fillion's character. But he hit puberty and he started knocking a lot of things down and being very bad. So we started out with like, oh, you're such a shithead. You're a shit crate, a shit basket, a shit dumpster, a shit pallet. And then Jeff was like, you're a shit pancake. And that is what stuck. And we decided it would be rude to call our cat a pancake made of shit. So when we say shit pancake, what we mean is just a very poorly constructed pancake. He's just like a really shitty, a shittily done pancake.
Poorly constructed pancake.
So
he's my favorite cat.
He's shit pancake. And that's
Jane is my favorite.
So,
Very cute.
Wait, who's your favorite, Hadas?
Jane.
Jane's your favorite. He's an easy favorite. He's the softest one.
He just lays on you and puts his arm out and looks at you.
You hold him upside down in your arms, and he's like, hello, I love you. I love you so much.
He lets you cradle him. It's beautiful.
You know how you can tell a DOS is a good person?
How?
She has a plant behind her. It looks like a real life plant.
Hadas, tell Andy about you.
I'm just saying, I can judge that you are an empathetic and nice person because you keep
Oh,
a real
wait.
plant there.
Oh, no, I have.
It takes work.
Oh, I have right now 21, but I want more.
Oh, wow. I hit
I'm
a nerve.
plant lady.
A lot of plants.
I'm a cat lady. She's the plant lady.
The cat, those don't get along.
No,
Right now, no. So here's the thing. I've had friends wanting me to cat sit for them, a lot of them, and it's like most of my plants are toxic. So no, it's sad because
It
I
is
love animals.
Hey, what's up, Rob? Rob's over here because I streamed for 4 hours.
Yeah, dude,
And
crazy.
then I was about to go to bed, and I was like, wait, I saw Jesse's text. I'm like, oh, let me see if I can, because I didn't want to blow you off. I want to show up and promote stuff, and just help you be around. But yeah, hey, what's up, Rob? I asked, and I was like, I wanted to come talk to Jesse because Jesse Rob.
Thank you. And if you guys are here, so what we do on my channel, everyone has a little like phrase for telling people to go hit the like button. We say oppress the like button on my channel. We like oppression. We believe in oppressing the like button. It doesn't.
Wise guys, it is a golden pathos. I have technically 3 of them.
Oh.
2 are right there.
She's like
One is in the glass.
So Andy, here's the thing. So I was thinking about a Tiger King sketch that we could do.
Okay.
I came up with this idea. Let me know what you think about this. Is we would do, a call where Jeff is going to be dressed up as a tiger.
Oh, I love it already. I'm seeing it.
So you are asking to buy this tiger from me. And I'm making the argument that no, Andy, you're not famous enough to own a tiger. And so we get into a debate about what qualifications you need to be famous enough to own a tiger. So this is
I'm in. I love it.
This is the content.
What's the title? Tiger King Pawn Stars.
Oh my God, yes. That could be fun. That could be fun. I think if you even do like
I want to do let's one up the tiger and like embrace the Liger King, because I was like, holy crap, they have ligers,
right? I thought of Napoleon Dynamite the whole time.
I know. I didn't really think it was real. And I asked Soph, she's like, no, you can. There was she went in a whole thing about all the tigers and ligers and a male tiger. There's a lot, man. It's crazy.
Oh, Raging Rhino, thank you for the
Raging Rhino, bravo! Keep this coming. Let's make it rain. Let's give it a purple rain. When you get the 50, have you got a $50 donation? Come on, somebody's got money.
Purple
entertaining you guys. She was entertaining you. She's quarantined. Pay your creators. If you love your creators, you got to pull out that wallet. You got to support us. Otherwise, we're all going to just stop making content for you.
Or we're going to die.
Let's make it purple rain. Purple rain.
Andy, so that's fun fact. Speaking of quarantine, your governor finally put out a stay at home, didn't he?
I know. My governor sucks.
Wait, where are you?
You guys, he's in Florida.
I'm in Florida. Does she know how I got pushed out of Hollywood and all? I have my history is dramatic. I can tease something else, Jesse, if you want to get into some of that. But
I feel like Andy, I want to just be your friend and actually know your life story.
Oh, I have an interesting life story. I have effed up a lot of my life, and I got pushed out of Hollywood and moved to Florida. I was literally like top of the kingdom. Like, hey, I'm head of Mr. I create Screen Junkies and all these big, huge platforms. And then overnight, boom! I was an idiot and lost it all. And then I was like, I guess I'm a Florida man. But I've embraced it.
Can you connect us? Because I want to be his new friend.
Absolutely.
I'm a very good texter.
Absolutely.
But I have a tea. Do you want some tea?
Always.
Jess?
Give us the tea.
So again, short version. You can go learn more about me. But I was a scumbag in that I cheated on my wife, and I was flirting with my fans because I was just a fat kid who got famous, and I didn't know how to handle it, and I effed up, and I offended and made some fans uncomfortable because I was just flirting to see who was interested in me, and a couple fans were interested in me, and it became a mess. Anyway, long story short, my channel, Screen Junkies, they all turned on me, and then this one woman said I assaulted her. I didn't. I proved that right, and I sued, and a lot of stuff happened. But the stigma of like I'm Harvey Weinstein in the digital age, and all this stuff happened, and I've been trying to build my brand back and just be heard so they know the truth of the story. And anyway, long story short, every fan of Screen Junkies just a lot of them over there just hate me, or they don't know I exist. And the people at Screen Junkies, my old colleagues, who I'm still hurt by the fact that they never ever reached out to like learn more about the story. Anyway, so on my Twitch this night, I did an April Fool's joke, Jesse. I don't even know.
I saw, yes.
And so I did this like tweet of like, oh guys, I made up with Dan and all the crew from Screen Junkies. It's amazing. It's a miracle. And it was a depressing, truth, but also slight burn, which got me. People were enjoying it. But then when I did that, this old fan I forgot about, this girl named Maggie, who was on our fan fights, she spoke up. She's like, I never really spoke up, and I wish I did, but Andy was always the nicest, the sweetest to me. There were people at Screen Junkies that weren't that way. And I was like, whoa. So I went in and so she came on the stream and started blasting some of the, like, getting the truth behind the scenes of it all. And so we did this amazing long 2-hour talk, and then I cut it. I was like, let's do one for the YouTube. So tomorrow we are dropping a show I'm calling Truth Bombs, where I'm a new man. I'm like, Jesse, how do you feel? Do you like when you're moving on, or you've gone through a struggle, or you've been hurt, or whatever? You've gone through something tough in life, right? Do you like when people just tell you when to move on and how to move on and what you're supposed to do? Do you prefer when people tell you how to do that stuff?
Oh, I love it. I love when everyone tells me how to feel. That's my favorite thing ever, obviously.
So I've stopped listening. I'm just saying what I feel now and then being me, and it's like the most freeing, because I was living a lie in my past life, being a cheater, which I really am it's despicable, to be honest, but it's my scarlet letter. But now I'm like, it's so freeing, because now I'm like, oh my God, I can actually be in a healthy relationship and not lie. And it's just so if you're out there listening and you're a cheater, don't do it. It actually sucks. I'm so much happier not being a cheater and a liar. And sometimes you get stuck in that spiral and you don't know of your shame and everything else. And then, I can't get caught. And you're spinning 10 different things. I can tell you from experience, it's so much better on the other side. So I know there's a lot of guys out there who still do it. Don't disrespect women, and women don't disrespect men. It's immensely selfish to do that to somebody who trusts you, and then suddenly have them. Why did I waste all this time with you, scumbag? So,
as someone who's been cheated on, I completely agree. Do not hurt. Not saying like you, but like,
no, I did, but yeah,
can happen. But also like, don't hurt others, because it is selfish.
Good for and what did I say to you about him and all that tweet today?
Yeah. Oh no.
So Andy, I used to watch your show religiously, Movie Fights, every Saturday. I would draw and listen to it, and I got involved. That's actually why we started our podcast. But when he tweeted that out, I said that guy will probably not like it. It was Dan, and then I saw
that guy is the worst.
Yeah, I said Dan. I said because like I said, I watched your show. I knew all the people. I said Hal was just an actor. I said that Spencer guy was okay, or whatever I said about Spencer, but I said Dan is the worst. And then I saw that you posted that he blocked you.
That he blocked you.
Because like I followed all this shit. I was like, these people, man.
So I just want to point out we did drink to Beth's super chat, so thank you, Beth. We've got the Briscoe 1, 2, 3, 4. We're drinking a year super chat right now, my friend. Thank you. Big
Woo! It's a party here.
Mm-hmm.
Always on my own, Andy.
And
she doesn't have a. See, guys, you don't have a Cash App. They don't have a Cash App yet, but you got to sit up.
Next time
she'll have it up. I DM'd her the link so she signs up.
I'm excited for this.
I'll sign up for my tomorrow night show.
So Andy,
use my link so I get $5.
Hey. So
Every dollar counts right now, guys.
It does. Thank you, Hadas. This actually brings us full circle into the Tiger King discussion, because what you're saying and everything you just said about your story goes back into everything we were talking about last night about Joe Exotic versus Carol Baskin, and the difference between owning your bullshit, owning your mistakes, and not. And the reason why we go through the show, and you have filmmakers who really tried, I think, to give everyone an equal light, to say, here's the bad and here's the good. And here's why you should empathize with every one of these characters, and why so many of us fall in the category of saying, Joe might have done these bad things, but we empathize. Carol Baskin, that bitch fucker, she can die. And
yes,
and honesty and acknowledgement of what you've done. Because even if you want to say, oh, Joe working with PETA now, and Joe admitting he wasn't the best of these animals, and all of that stuff is just showmanship and is just lip service and whatever, you still have to face it. You still have to be willing to look at it, whether it's for your own benefit or not. You still have to look at it and say it. You say those words, and that's the thing. Unless you're a psychopath, which that bitch Carol Baskin probably is.
Thank you.
When you have to say that, when you have to swallow your pride and say those things, even if you're doing it for your own benefit, some amount of that resonates with you. I didn't treat those cats right. I wasn't the best person I could have been. I didn't make all the right decisions. I'm owning that and moving forwards. Versus a Carol Baskin, that bitch, who just deflects. I thought it was brilliant the way the PR guy you talked to put it about how tell the truth, and as soon as you were able to, that's exactly what you did. Here's the truth. Here are the tweets, the texts, the messages, the this, the whatever, all the body of evidence. And here's
that's up to what you did do, because I've seen a lot of guys in the Me Too era and this cancellation culture. Some of them just want to fast forward and then not actually atone or account for what they did, and that pisses me off, because you gotta come clean with what you did, because most of us have done something wrong in those situations. We're not always perfectly innocent. But if you can't find that, there's no growth, there's no actual change, and then you don't deserve to come back yet, because that's the thing. Like I don't support cancellation ever. Even Carol, I just, from where I've come from, I don't like that. But that doesn't mean Harvey Weinstein shouldn't go to F him. There are people that's like, screw you. But I do believe everyone can change. You can put I learned that through my own work. But yeah, you gotta take some accountability. I was gonna say, I saw movie fights here. I got the hammer. Why don't we? I want to see. Three of you ready? I'll judge you.
All right.
You flip a coin, whatever. Who's the worst person in Tiger King?
Oh, okay.
That bitch Carol Baskin.
Who?
That bitch Carol Baskin.
Well, she's so easy.
Fine.
Carol. I could argue that Carol's not the worst. You crazy? There's other people.
I can't. I hate him.
Doc, Jesse. Who you? Who you guys picking? Which one?
Jeff Lowe.
Oh, he's
picking Jeff, and then are you picking Carol? Or are you picking somebody?
I will argue Carol because, well, never mind. I'll pick Carol, and then you go. Go ahead.
All right, so we got 3 Tiger King people. Let's do this. Boom, boom.
All right. Who's
Somebody
first?
Go first.
Okay, so Jeff Lowe. Okay, so the thing is,
lose that chat too. Oh no, she paid $7. You can stick her. The Briscoe sponsored this round. Go ahead.
Let's go 1, 2, 3, 4 has sponsored this round. So Jeff Lowe. The thing is that with all of the horrible things Carol Baskin did, as much as I think she's an irredeemable person and should die miserable and alone, she accidentally is probably helping big cats in some way. I actually don't think her sanctuary is doing a lot of good, because she's still keeping animals in captivity for life. She even puts on her website, "We believe no big cat should be kept in a cage," and yet that's all she does. But for all of that, and for all that her donations go to her greedy ass self, there is an amount of awareness that she is accidentally bringing to these animals, whether she likes it or not. Jeff Lowe is a greedy, out for himself, using piece of shit. He put tiger cubs in suitcases to get bitches to fuck him. He screwed over Joe to get his cats. He screwed over the very next guy he worked with after he put Joe in jail.
Tim Stark, right?
Tim Stark, by all rights, set Joe up to go to prison. Screwed over the next guy, got him to invest in him, and just screwed him up. Jeff Lowe is someone with absolutely zero scruples.
Good work.
Has no redeeming characteristics, not even by accident. That's the thing is, again, Carol Baskin, I think her redeeming characteristics are purely by accident. Jeff Lowe has none of that. Nothing by accident. He's just a piece of trash. You want to go to Vegas and abuse Tiger? Fuck you. You are the biggest piece of shit. Your dick must be 1.5 inches at best on a good day. Because if
Jeff, that's
Tiger's pussy,
all
that's
right.
what's up.
Doc Antle, how is he worse?
Just that whole cult mentality, the fact that all his wives and girlfriends were told what to wear, were forced to have implants, were basically like brainwashed into becoming these slaves for him. And it was just the way he treated women showed how he treated animals, how he treated everyone, how they were just pawns for him. And like he even admitted to breeding and selling. He's admitted to it. And it's just, I mean, granted, Jesse's examples are a lot stronger than mine, but you can just, I don't know, he gives me this feeling, like the whole idea of training women, if he's saying that about his fellow human, what is he doing and saying about the animal?
Good point.
It's, I don't know, there's just, and the fact that he like posted a book about his past life and does tiger yoga training, he's so out of his fucking mind.
What referred to him as God, basically.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh yeah, how he was referred to as God, how no one who worked for him was allowed to eat. I don't know, just the whole
unlike the animals, those women had a choice. What do you say about that?
Ooh.
But here's the thing. When you study cults, to some degree, yes, you do have a choice, but when that becomes your whole life, there's a lot of fear. There's a lot of pressure for you to stay.
You can have a choice, but you don't feel like you have a choice.
Those people become each other's family. Like you lose everything. That's their house. That's what that
lady said. They interviewed, right? Yeah. Who was, I forget her name, but she gave some very good reasons for exactly what you're saying.
Oh, Beth
Tegu. He's a
wiener. Which one?
Doc Antle.
What about Carol?
Well, Carol doesn't only hurt big cats; she hurts people. So, I mean, first
she
off,
actively hurts people. Yeah.
She does not pay any of her volunteers. She doesn't respect them. She even says in the documentary, Andy, if you haven't worked here for 5 years, I don't know who you are. So she dehumanizes the people that make
her on camera.
Oh yeah, okay.
I've worked here for 5 years. I don't know who that girl is.
Two things really quickly. One, that's a picture of me with a hot dog in my mouth and a burger in my hand, and I do not run that account. Two, I gotta pee, so keep talking to me.
Okay, anyway, while you're away peeing, so what I'm gonna say though is, that bitch Carol Baskin hurts people, not only cats. Like I said, she dehumanizes her staff. She does not pay them. She went after Joe Exotic's mother during the lawsuit. That was low. Like, before you came on, I don't know if you were here or at least listening, I said, like, if you go after somebody's mom who has nothing to do with it, an old woman who worked, who saved, who did all this shit her entire life, to get screwed over by that bitch Carol Baskin, to lose her house, to lose all these things because she's greedy. And another thing, too, she's vindictive. Unlike Joe, who is an idiot, but I think has a good heart underneath it all. Carol Baskin, when they tried to bargain and say, hey, I can pay you $5,000 a month, this, that, and the other, Carol Baskin tried to cut his legs out from underneath him and take away his viability. If he was trying to make good on the lawsuit, Carol would not allow it. So she did so many things to cause them trouble, other people outside of the Tigers. And we'll just put the animal, the elephant in the room. She killed her fucking husband, dude. The thing is, she never once denies it. She goes, that's so crazy. I could have never done. How could that have happened? Oh, you wouldn't put perfume on their feet. You'd put sardine oil. Carol is a fucking nut. She made up that story about how she met Don. She killed Don. She had his body. She fucking went after the will. She made up this bullshit will. That woman is so shady. Like I said to Jesse on yesterday's show, it's the devil you know versus the devil you don't know. And you know what Joe, like in Joe's campaign video, I am gay, I have a war, or I have a whatever out against me in Florida, all these things. Carol herself is so shady and so secretive and just full of shit. You cannot trust her. You cannot trust her. Like I said.
What do you say about Jesse, though, saying, though, that at least she's doing something for the cats?
I don't think she is, though.
Suitcases, and she's not trying to, with sex slaves.
I can't look at the sex slave stuff to me with Doc Antle as a completely different fucked up thing. But in terms of the cats, the question you asked, dude, you saw the documentary. Those cats can barely stand up to eat. Joe even did a flyover of her land, and he said, there's only 12 cats there. She's just full of shit. She's doing it for the money. If you look at somebody
accidentally helping.
She's accidentally helping, maybe. But the thing is, like, if you look at Joe, the way Joe lived, the way he, maybe Joe's a redneck with a heart of gold, but he's not living in a lap of luxury. Carol has inherited or stolen millions from her fucking husband. She cut out those people from the will. She's done all these
The family.
the family. She's done all these terrible things. His children. She is not more entitled than his children. So the thing is, she has actively hurt so many people. She has hurt generations of people over a sex slave, or who is your person? Jeff Lowe, or a shady piece of shit who was trying to get laid. At least at the end of the day, you can understand their motives. What is Carol's motive besides destruction?
Being a
right.
Wait, can I add something real quick?
Yeah,
Joe is the one in prison, but he was the one who treated the animals and the people who worked for him best out of all those people. Granted, he did a lot wrong. There's a lot of shit he did wrong, but out of everyone, he's the one who did the least wrong, in my opinion.
I'm with that. I think we're all in agreement that Joe is the least bad.
I wouldn't call Joe a victim, but he is the least bad.
Yeah. Now that said, I agree. Carol Baskin is a self-centered cunt who deserves what's coming to her. But I think that there is a level of good that she, again, by accident does. Jeff Lowe, I think, is just a low-life piece of shit. I don't even want to know how the animals are treated at the zoo.
All right, well, hold on. Because Carol's so different from Jeff. I need to hear a Jeff versus Doc Antle fight, both of you, really quick. Try and attack the other one.
Yeah, all right, okay. So, Hadass and I fighting, we don't love debating things ever.
I mean, do we debate normally? You just tell me your point of view, and I'm like, oh, I agree. This is also my point of view, but they kind of...
We do agree too much. Okay, but here's where I'm more right than you.
That's fine.
Also, did I miss any super chats while I was gone?
No. I don't think so.
Okay, no.
Come on, guys. What are you waiting for? This is gold right here.
Right.
Got an official TV fight happening. You know, this is no longer in existence. You got the TV fights by the movie fight judge. Step up those donations, everybody. Come on.
This is some crazy ass shit, guys. Okay.
And hey, press that like button right now.
Yes, oppressions. We believe in oppressions. Where are we at for oppressions right now? We are at 90 oppressions. Let's get at least 10 more oppressions.
Wait,
at least 10 more oppressions. Make sure you like it. So the thing with Jeff Lowe is I do think that Doc Antle actually has concern for the animals. I think he is a user. I think he's someone who uses people, uses animals for his own good. I do think, they talk about the enamored, how people get enamored with these animals, the infatuation they get with the cats themselves. I do think that exists for Doc Antle. I do think that infatuation, that addiction to the majesty of these creatures exists for him. And as such, even if he does have this gas chamber that euthanizes cats, which is beyond sick, and I would punch someone to death for that, that there is a part of him that actually loves the animals themselves when they're there, when he's dealing with them, when he's interacting with them, that has a human connection to them. Jeff Lowe, to me, uses people, uses men, uses women, and uses the animals. I don't think he actually has any particular feelings or attachment towards the animals themselves.
Hold on.
Business.
I love the debate, but come on, Chris Campbell, stepping it up. Woo, 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 woo. That's how you support. Let it keep raining for Jesse. Bing, 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 bing. Love it. That is amazing. Cat's meow, indeed. Yeah, she's throwing that back.
That's only for you. You want to grab us a few more desserts?
Yeah, I'm gonna go grab some more. I got shit right here.
I do want to bring a point up real quickly. We got Teenage Jesse in the chat now. We got all the Jesse personalities coming out. I don't run these. I'm not responsible for these. But apparently Teenage Jesse thinks he got a cute little beard.
The old Andy who flirted with fans would be all over that. Nope, not interested. No better.
I would like to believe that the old Andy wouldn't flirt with a teenager because this is still Teenage Jesse.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Well, 18, I don't know. But yeah, no.
You ain't no Mundane Matt.
I didn't read that.
You ain't no Mundane Matt. You're not making justifications of statutory rape.
Wow. Let's talk about him. Oh, no. It's that fans won't even know what we're talking about.
Well, fans will know because, dude, the week before his meltdown, he was on the High Council, which was on my channel.
He was.
Dude, his Q rating fell so hard that when you searched him, we popped up before him. People turned his back on him like you would not believe.
I got a lot of thoughts on that one.
Wait, what are we talking about? I'm not YouTuber.
Hadas, you were here. It was the same way we were talking about.
Well, hold on. Can I declare a winner?
Yeah, absolutely.
Well,
Oh,
let's
Jesse.
go to Adas. You didn't go. Adas, what's your response? Quickly, and then we'll go to Monday and Matt if you want quickly before I go.
People who need to crave control are the ones that will hurt anyone and anything around them the most. He has admitted to having meat grinders, just like Carol Baskin. He's admitted to having, bad meat, just like Joe. Like all the stuff he's admitted to. You don't see it as much as the others. I don't know. He's like Carol, where he has the facade. It's more like a ticking time bomb. You don't know what's going to happen because the cats were taken away from him for mistreatment. It does say that at the end of the last episode.
Rated. He's still.
Someone said Jeff Lowe banged the babysitter. Have you seen his updated info? Him and the redhead and the babysitter sitting in his lap. Jesus Christ, that was gross. So gross at the end.
That's nasty as fuck.
Yeah.
Well, so here's the problem. It seems like Jeff Lowe is the mixture of both of these because he's still got the sex cult. He's banging these girls. He's putting tigers in suitcases.
Jeff Lowe is literally Doc Antle and Carol Baskin combined.
Yeah, so exactly where I was going. So Jesse, you win. Ding, 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 ding. You want a point there. You earned it, deserved it.
Honestly, Jesse, the second you were like, he puts baby tigers in suitcases to fuck women. I'm like, I lost.
I agree.
It brings out the fact that
I was with Joe and took all the shit.
No, that's really fucked up. What he did to Joe was messed up because you took someone who was vulnerable, who was looking, and that's the thing is the reason why Joe turned to Jeff in the first place was because he wasn't able to, because of that bitch Carol Baskin, and as a result, he wasn't able to properly care for his animals. Other people would let their zoo go to full squalor, would let, animals starve, would kill them rather than relinquish control. And you always talked about that. This is my zoo. And he was very big on owning it and controlling it.
Are you talking about Joe?
Yeah.
And think of all the people he took care of too. Like you said yesterday, Joe may have paid those people, say $140 a week.
It was 150, yeah.
150, whatever. But look, he provided food, he provided shelter. Those people were unemployable. He gave everyone a chance. I'm not saying that he's a saint. I'm not saying that he didn't do wrong, but he at least tried. Carol Baskin did not try. She's a greedy bitch. Jeff Lowe is a shitty person. He is the worst person. Now that the fight's over, I agree Jeff Lowe is the worst person.
Yeah.
But he screwed over everybody and he stole. He's not even fucking part of the story. He lied and got in and then stole it all.
He lied his way in and stole it all out from under Joe. And Joe,
Sorry.
When Joe ended up in a position where it was the cats are going to suffer and die, or I sell the zoo to someone who's going to take care of them, he elected to sell. And that, he got enamored with Jeff. People talking about he was, following to Vegas and all that stuff. But at least he wanted to make sure the animals were taken care of.
He was just looking for a way to take care of them.
Exactly.
Because, Doc Antle had a gas chamber on his lot.
That's so scary to me.
What's up?
We're dealing. I mean, that's to me. This is. I don't know, Hadassah. I'm sure you can relate to this too. It's one of those things where
when you hear gas chamber.
Yeah. So Hadassah, for reference, Andy, Hadassah's parents are from Israel. My
parents are, but my grandparents actually survived World War II in Europe and all that.
So we are, and my grandma, fortunately, my non-Jewish grandma was in Poland during World War II. She lost much of her family to the Holocaust, but so for me, when I hearing the words gas chamber to me makes me go, ugh.
I can't believe I was like, I know he mistreats them, but what was it that he mistreats them with? And thank you for reminding me that my brain does not debate.
That's because you don't want to think about that because it's scary and gross and terrible. And so when you get to that point where you're using execution methods like that, you are so far removed from the human understanding of what it means to take a life that it's scary. Whether you came into this world as a psychopath, a sociopath, any kind of person with that lack of empathy, or you've become that somehow through whatever mental barriers and removals you put up. When you have that level, that's I think that's another one of the reasons why, the idea of a gas chamber, something like that. It's this very efficient, stark, logical in the sick, dark way method of taking life where like if you're resorting to that, you've become something that I don't recognize as human.
It makes it almost like a what is it, that like conveyor belt line where it's like you put the top and then it's very made like
line. Well, that's how the death camps in Nazi Germany were. It was like Jews come off train, they go into here, they are dead. Goodbye.
Yeah. By the way, Zach, we watched Doctor Who, just not the new
Jews. So one of the things I want to bring this up again that I found so fascinating that guy brought up on your stream, Andy, or on your video, your interview about how Carol for sure had bigger meat grinders because Dom was trying to sell them to one of him. Like, you talking about innocent versus guilty, and the case about killing your husband. If you have a person-sized meat grinder, you had them, you owned them up until days before your husband disappeared, and now you're like, my husband could never fit in the one I own. Like, not owning up to that, not talking about, and again, all the things your PR guy said about just not coming out and telling the truth.
And just being so unaware that you're like surprised that we're like, wait, what, Carol? Like she thinks she's bamboozled when it's like, she volunteered a lot of information about that subject. If you don't want to talk about it, you don't talk about it, right? And so what did she think? And then she expected those documentarians to like not follow that needle. Right. Like, how would if I would have been upset as a viewer from like, wait. People think she murdered the husband. Like that was a whole movie in itself.
Right. Exactly.
Follow that thread.
Exactly. And that's one of the things I found really interesting.
And I thought they followed that thread fairly. Like they really did attempt to put everything out there, although Carol didn't really combat it too much, to be fair.
But this is one of the big points. Somebody right in the documentary said, man, if she didn't do this, all of the horrible things she's been going through, having to face this all these years, and the people saying she did it. And you don't see that show in her at all. Innocent people being accused of things they didn't do, behave a certain way, act a certain way, are incredibly distraught by these things. Like, it's impossible, as much of a face, even if you're a really tough, strong person, you want to put on a face. When you're being accused of something you didn't do, something that heinous and that horrible, and you had nothing to do with it, there is a crumbling, there is a humanity, there is a devastation that shows through any brave, bold statement you want to make. And this is something just extrapolate into our lives as well. Acting is a reflection of life. And you see that too, like in beautiful shows like Supernatural, which we're watching right now, which features two guys who are trying to be tough all the time. And one of the beautiful moments in the show is when they have that vulnerability and they're trying to stay strong, and you get a little watering of the eyes, a little lip quiver. And these are people imitating life. These are just people imitating life in these difficult situations. When you are living that, and I mean, I'm a very emotionally explosive person. I'm waterworks all over the place when it comes to these kinds of things. Is. But you guys are here. Chef's like, yeah, Hadassah's nodding. But if you're human at all, and you're being accused of these things that you had nothing to do with, these sick, horrible things, if you cared about your husband in any way, and anyone shy of killing them, even if you didn't like them, even if you didn't get along with them, if they suddenly disappear or die or whatever, even if you're relieved in some part of you, there's some part of you that feels conflicted about it. There's something that shows. There's some remorse or regret or something. Even again, if you didn't have anything to do with it. Let's say you're completely innocent. You hated the guy. You're happy he's dead. But you're like, you did it. There is some level of emotionality that shows through, whether it's in your eyes, in your face, in your body language, somewhere.
He's very glossed over for sure.
None of that from that bitch Carol Baskin.
Can't disagree with you. Do you guys think Tiger King would have been as big had we not been on quarantine?
Andy, I said this to Jesse yesterday. I think it would be bigger, and I think Joe would have a better chance of.
I'm not sure it'd be bigger. Now,
bigger, interesting. That's the first take I've heard of that.
I don't know if it'd be bigger. Big. I do think one of the points, and this is a great point Jeff made. Elaborate, please.
All I was trying to say is I think Joe would have a better chance of a groundswell, a grassroots movement of fans trying to write letters to their congressman, trying to get Joe's case looked at again. I think we're right in the middle of this crisis right now, so it's the worst time for this.
Right, he's got corona. I heard he's on lockdown right now.
So I'm saying it's like if he were to have, let's say this was last year at this time, this documentary came out, the world responded the same way. We were all YouTubers. Internet was the same, everything. I think Joe would have a much better chance or shot of actually having his case looked at, other people being brought to justice, and maybe Joe would be out of jail. I think he would be retried, is what I'm trying to say. Like, I don't think Joe would get out of jail instantly, but I think
He'll would move up in the dockets, yeah.
Even Trump might have been like, sure, I'll give him a pardon, but he's not going to do it right now. He's actually distracted for once. So,
oh my God, this is one of the positive points of having someone like Donald Trump as a president is you could totally get him to pardon Joe Exotic.
Yeah, he would, I think, but I don't think the optics would be good right now.
No, exactly. Well, that's the thing. So, what is the life of this thing, guys? I want to ask all of you guys, what kind of longevity does this show have? I mean, you're talking about kind of like the coronavirus.
I think another week, and we all move on.
Well, okay, so just a week.
I agree. So honestly, Andy, I'm with you. This is something else is going to come up, and we're just going to be fixated on that.
So is it going to take something else coming up? Because you're under the spread of the virus, spread of Tiger King. So if nothing else comes to take its place to supersede it in the news cycle, in the entertainment cycle, does this continue to spread? People who've heard about it and haven't seen it, this is the only thing they're hearing about. There's nothing new they're hearing about, so they go and watch this. This is now spread and permeated to the people who've been resistant, who haven't checked it out yet, who haven't had time or haven't, got interested in it. What is its shelf life? And I think its shelf life is longer.
They are talking about a season 2.
No, they're not. I don't think I read they weren't. I read they're open to figuring out if there's more to it. But I heard.
Oh, really?
I heard not yet.
They're working on a season 2 because there's still so many questions that the audience wants answered.
Yeah, but I don't know if they can answer them. That's where I'm stuck. I think that there needs to be an update, like what happens to Joe next. But because I asked Saf, I was like, would you do a reunion special? She's like, no. But you could bring them all back and ask more questions. But I mean, I don't. I'm sure Netflix is going to throw a bunch of money at them because they want the phenomenon back.
Well, people definitely want a Tiger King live action movie. Like a lot of
show. Kate McKinnon's playing Carol.
Yeah, I heard that. I think that's a great choice.
Yeah, that's happening
because whether you like or hate Kate McKinnon, you cannot deny that she does Crazy Eyes so fucking well.
She's a little young. They're gonna have to make her up. But
they were saying, is it Christine Brinkley, the one who was in Legally Blonde? How a lot of people wanted her to play Carol Baskin. The one who
is way too pretty to play Carol Baskin. That bitch.
Rebecca Chaiklin, who's one of the producers / directors, or one of the directors rather.
5 more likes, guys, and we got it. Let's do it.
We're almost at 100. Hooray!
How do you even see these?
We're almost at 100. It's if you go to the regular, if the main
press
YouTube.
That like, lots more donations. Send the love to Jesse and Jeff.
Send the love. Press the like button. Do these things. Okay, so Rebecca Chaiklin, who's one of the directors, says we're not sure yet, but there could be a follow-up on the story because there's a lot that's still unfolding in it, and it'll be just as dramatic and just as colorful as what unfolded these past few years. So that's the official statement from one of the directors.
Smell the money. They're like, hell's yeah.
Amazing in this. Do you remember the girl from Orange is the New Black? She played a prisoner in the last 2 seasons. Short hair. She did all the impressions.
I stopped watching once it got to the Black Lives Matter season. Actually, I stopped watching after they killed Poussey because that was my girl.
Oh, I love Poussey.
She was in that season. Hold on, let me find it. She would play.
Are you the crazy? Are you Crazy Eyes?
Huh? No, it's not Crazy Eyes. That's not. It was but she's Latina.
Latina. I don't remember. Okay, I'm ordering stuff apparently. All right, you guys gotta talk then.
Yeah, I got it. Cool. Body shots at 100 likes. Body shots at $100. Where would you want me to do a shot from you on?
Body shots are always from here.
I have to check out in 30 seconds because it's 2 a.m. in Florida.
Deal, Andy.
Any final question for me on Tiger King before I check out?
Outside of Tiger King, I do just want to know how's the coronavirus affecting you down there? Because I know that things have been a little different for you guys in terms of its progression. And
I'm stressing because the Floridian people stress me out because they got a lot of guns and they don't really seem to give a shit. And so, but we'll see. And then a lot of people from New York are now coming down to their vacation houses, trying to we're going to Florida because it's nicer down there. So we're a little worried because it's I think it's going to get a little intense. But yeah, I mean, I stay in. We're in. But the homeschooling just started for my kids. That's crazy. But I mean, around where I look, it's pretty calm. There's not a lot of stuff happening. Knock on wood. But we just locked it down. I think tomorrow at midnight we go to lockdown in Florida, so you can't go out unless it's like has to happen. But I think it's. I mean, I'm. There's a lot of people in Florida also are challenging, like, what? Why are we doing this? It's just like the common flu. Like, there's a lot of pushback now because of the rights being taken away from people. That I think we're going to see this getting politicized in a way that could be very scary, especially with a bunch of gun-toting Floridians who are not happy being locked in and can't go to church. So it's the reality. There was a pastor who got arrested for doing a church service, and they warned him. I'm like, yeah, dude, what are you doing? You can do drive-in churches, you can do digital. Like, no one's keeping you from your religion. Like, you can do whatever you want, but you can't do in masses. If you don't have schools, you can't fill a church full of people, especially old people. So
her hair wasn't short. Her.
Who's that?
She's Carmen Aziza. She would play a really good the chick whose arm was bitten off.
Yeah, that's a good call.
Yeah, she would play her so well.
I like that. Anyway, regardless of here, Floridians, we'll see what happens. But I'm not saying guns are bad, Zach. I'm just saying dumb guys with guns. If too many dumb guys with guns who are overreacting can be dangerous, is what I'm saying.
I have friends who live in Florida, and every day I'm like, "Are you alive?"
Yeah,
because look, it's an interesting debate because they said because I had this whole thing with that PR guy who came on. He did you can go to the Judge Show if you're interested in this stuff, but he had this lawyer on because they talked about that pastor who got arrested for holding service while people are like, you can't do that stuff. And it was a whole like, well, that's in my Bill of Rights. You can't separation of church and state. Why? My point is I do believe it's going to get crazier and crazier just because the people are going to revolt at some point is what I'm worried about, especially here in Florida. So the writing's on the wall to me of like, oh, I'm just locking in, staying safe. I got my toilet paper. I got my Cheerios. Avoid whatever.
So that was an interesting gun control debate too, is they actually gun stores were ruled a non-essential service in California and they were closed when we went on the full lockdown.
Oh wow, really interesting. They're not here in Florida. I know some gun manufacturers that are like booming right now.
Well, that's an interesting thing. I mean, the lines were out the door before they made that mandate, and I'm on the line of like, if you didn't own a gun before this, if you're not already a person who was like, I need a gun, I own a gun, I have ammo for it, I know how to fire it, you shouldn't go out and buy a gun now.
Exactly.
Guns are not that hard to get. We have Second Amendment rights and whatnot. Every state you can go buy a gun if you're not a psychopath. And even in California where the laws are more stringent, you can still have a gun in your home. And so if you didn't have a gun before this, I don't think you're the kind of person I want running out to go buy a gun now.
Yeah,
but I went out and bought a gun.
That's the problem. You can it's not always the gun; it's the people with the gun. Whether the man with the gun, it can always be more troubling. There was that Daily Show bit with I forget who did it, but he went the good guy with the gun bit on the Daily Show. It's just depressingly accurate because I'm going to buy a gun and defend myself. No, you're not. You're going to shoot 10 other people because you don't know how to shoot the fucking gun.
Exactly. And that was, I mean, everybody I've talked to who's like a gun, like people who are from the military, who have training, who have been in combat situations with guns, they're like, if you are not a good guy with a gun who has been in pressure situations using your gun, you're going to do more damage with your gun than good when confronted with one of those situations.
Well, you want to hear something crazy about that? Has anyone seen 100 Humans?
No.
Okay, so we do like these social experiments, and one is on bias, and they took these like fake guns and gave it to like different people, and they're like, you have to see which is a gun, which is a phone. The people with the guns you shoot, the people with the phones you don't, and every single one of them was shooting people with phones.
What?
And it's like, if that doesn't say something,
I think
it was impulse to shoot.
And we're going to get such a great teaser for tomorrow night because we're going to have good Go Big Bore or Go Home as a guest tomorrow night, who's a gun. He runs, his channel is about guns. So we're going to talk a lot of guns, gun safety, gun rights, etc., all of those things. One of my big opinions on it, and we'll get more in depth tomorrow, is basically, if you look at gun rights in America, if you look at the Second Amendment rights, they're built into the Constitution. They're not going away anytime soon. So it's like sex. People talk about that. Abstinence is bullshit. You're never going to have it. So if you know kids are going to have sex, educate them. I feel very similarly about guns. You know, people are going to go out and buy them. You know, they're going to be available to the public. So if that's the case, educate people on how to use them, on how to own them, on all of those things. So,
amen. Gun education on everything, not even just guns. Got
across
the board. Education doesn't get attention.
How to use commas. You can go to my Twitter for more about that.
But anyway, with that, I bid adieu with our gun debate in Florida. But follow me over on Popcorn Planet. We do streams too. I'll come back, Jesse, on mine. I'm looking forward to being back with you. Great to meet you. Good to see you finally, Jesse. Awesome. Good to see you. Very nice talking to you guys. It was so fun. Thanks for having me on.
My pleasure, man. Been a fan for a long time.
Yeah, no, dude, keep in touch. Thanks. So, guys, I'm going to bed. It's 2 a.m. It's almost 3 a.m. I got some Matchbox 20.
We're ordering dinner now, so
it's 2 a.m. I must be lonely. That's not the song. It's an hour late.
Good night, Andy.
He was so sweet.
Oh, that was so fun. Andy's ignore everybody. Andy's ignore.
Seems like an interesting listener.
Oh, Toxic Masculinity is so fun because he knows his brand and he fucking goes for it.
No. Listen to. I think he's talking about his real life job.
Oh, is he really?
He's
now?
Talking about.
What is Toxic Masculinity giving us real things?
I believe so.
That's so exciting. We never get real things from Toxic.
I said he's giving dates and shit.
Where is he? As security officer, I had to shoot out against a 15 gang member with AKs. 9mm, but my bullets hit targets. Bam! And so this is a good guy, but a good.
The day after Christmas, shit.
But you're talking about a good guy and a good trained guy. And there's a difference between a good person with good intentions. Fucking Joe Exotic is a guy with good intentions.
Yes.
You know, Toxic Masculinity is apparently a good guy with good intentions and good training.
And good aim.
And clearly good aim. And that's incredible. And we want that. We want more of that. But the thing is, if you want more of that, you don't have it without appropriate education. So...
look at you and I have had countless discussions, not even arguments, just discussions. But we always agree, no matter what the topic is, education is paramount. It's not if it's in sex, guns, anything. It's always education is paramount.
Education is the foundation of all the things.
I'm saying if you're an educated person, you're able to go in and have a much better handle.
The best strategy for a good country is an educated populace.
How much beer do you have left?
Enough.
We need to finish
super chats. We need super chats.
This has been a fantastic stream.
Oh my God,
I want to just thank everybody. Like, folks, I went from the boardroom chat to my personal stream, which was awesome, to this one, and this was the most fun I've had in 2 days. And I just had the high council with Tom and Literature Devil.
Mad Libs while Andy was still here.
Do you even feel like playing it now?
Do you guys want to finish up with one round of Mad Libs?
Yeah. After the first one, I'm just gonna go. I'm so sleepy.
One round. Yeah, one
I'll
round.
play. I live here. I can't go.
One round of Mad Libs.
Did you notice that on Crave Cafe they're giving 30% off if you spend an extra couple bucks? So I got us some free extra shit.
Hooray!
Do you like Caprese?
Yeah. Okay, guys. All right, guys. Tonight.
Oh, wait, Raging Rhino sent in Adele. We got a drink.
Yay, Raging Rhino. Okay. Tonight is Boba Fett's Guide to Bounty Hunting.
Shoot them all. Ask questions later.
So as the rules go, send it a super chat. If your word matches any of these descriptions, it supersedes any other suggestions and goes in the next
Beth
available
DeGoo's
place.
is wiener.
We know Beth is going to send us a wiener.
You know they don't have on the West Coast?
What?
Conies.
Ew. They don't.
What do we not have?
Conies are only a thing in like that little section of the Midwest.
No, they're in New York.
No, they're not called conies in New York.
Chili dogs.
You just go to Coney Island, you get a chili dog because it's a Coney Island hot dog with chili on it. It's not called a coney there though. It's only called a coney.
It's Nathan's hot dogs and they have chili dogs.
Yeah, it's only called a coney in like
I've only
Detroit
had,
and Cincinnati.
I've only had Nathan's hot dog once.
I've had it many times.
The day The Dark Knight came out, I got Nathan's hot dogs and those good French fries with the little fork, the Trident. And I watched The Dark Knight.
I-95 through New Jersey has Nathan's at some of its rest stops. I've had it multiple times there.
New Jersey doesn't exist to me.
I've also had it other places like fairs and shit, and then I've actually been to the original Nathan's at Coney Island.
I want to go one day. I want to go where that guy got killed.
Okay.
When I got thrown off the bridge or the building that
Hooray.
we saw at the Mob Museum.
Yeah.
That was in Coney Island.
Anyway.
The big CI.
Conies are a thing in like Detroit and I guess Cincinnati.
Detroit has a lot of Coney Islands.
It does, I know.
A&W has Coney dogs and they're a national chain, so.
So outside of super chats, I will give you guys the word ahead of time. The type of word you're gonna need to suggest. You throw us your suggestions. We pick the one arbitrarily that we like the best and carry on. Unless again a super chat supersedes all of that.
The
So
sexier, the better.
Boba Fett's Guide to Bounty Hunting, and you guys are gonna owe us an adjective first. But tonight, Jeff, you get a part of the body.
Wiener. Okay,
For
fine.
Beth.
I'll wait for Beth to go. Hold on, wait. Anus.
Hadar, you get an adjective.
Crusty anus.
Fiery.
And chat, you get an adjective. We're waiting. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do.
Boom.
Ba-da-da-da. Egregious, heart-wrenching, probing.
Like the droid in The Empire Strikes Back.
I kind of like heart-wrenching.
Like when Luke Skywalker got his hand cut off in The Empire Strikes Back.
Sure.
I really want to watch The Empire Strikes Back now.
All right, chat. Thank you for your adjectives. Fried cheese curds. That's a noun.
That sounds delicious.
You do get a noun next, so we'll take fried cheese curds under advisement in the future.
Tippy Tail McKitty's been gone for a while, so it's good to have him back.
It is good to have Tippy Tail McKitty back. So you guys do get a noun, so we'll take fried cheese curds under advisement, but other nouns are cool too.
What is my
and
turn?
Jeff, you get a verb.
A verb. Action word. Stroking. Or stroke.
Hadass, you get a noun.
Toe bean.
Yes, I do, Tippy Tail McKitty. Jesse knows all about those Wisconsin fried cheese curds.
And we got deep fried butthole rings. We'll take that
Hold
under
on,
advisement
Beth
for nouns as
here.
well. Oh, Beth DeGue with sausage.
And with a drink.
And we do have to drink, and that's perfect because that's a noun. Beth changing it up on us. All right. Thank you for the super chat.
Thank you, Beth. Thank you for offering me
you for
the
the
Jimmy's
noun.
autograph. You're the best.
All right. Hit us up with deep fried cheese curds or cheese curds and deep fried butthole rings, etc. later.
Ooh, spotted cow.
Because you guys do have a noun next, so we will keep deep fried butthole rings under advisement, and we will keep
What would it take you to eat
fried
a
cheese
butthole ring?
curds. Nothing. We'll
You
keep
do it
deep
for
fried
free?
butthole rings, and we'll keep deep fried butthole rings and fried cheese curds under advisement because you do get a noun next. Jeff, you have a noun.
A noun?
Yes.
Person, place, or thing?
Yes.
That can't be a proper one, right?
No.
Janitor.
All right, Hadass, you have a plural noun. So it's multiples of a person, place, or thing.
Mops.
Thank you, Hadass, for playing off my janitor.
Of course.
I dig it. All right, and nouns from the chat. So we have fried cheese curds and deep fried butthole rings under advisement. And I just got an 11:17 check-in, 11:17 check-in from the mother of my favorite fencing student. Ooh,
Plungers.
plungers, nose hair,
Cock.
I kind of like plunger as
A cock can be called a plunger.
I do kind of like plunger going with our janitor theme though.
Deal.
All right, so guys, you're gonna get a part of the chat. You get a part of the body next. So start thinking of part of the bodies. And Jeff, you got to give me the last name of a celebrity.
Ooh. I want to pick one I hate or one I love.
It's up to you.
I'm not going to go with The Rock's last name.
Because Johnson.
Because Johnson's generic. Ooh. Jackman. Jackman.
Like Hugh.
Huge jacked man.
Okay.
He's the best Wolverine.
Hadass, you get a part of the body plural.
Let's go with. Can it be a part of the body that goes away?
Define.
Rashes.
I'll accept it.
By the
Okay.
way, Yeah, I'm a kitty. I've had spotted cow beer. Jesse and I had that.
Oh yeah, that's good.
Yeah, it's good. When I was in Cincinnati, I went to a Bengals game and they played the Packers, and these really nice Wisconsinites gave me a bunch of beer.
We've got holes, nipples, testicles, boobs, pubic hairs, belly buttons,
Pubic hair.
buttholes. We have holes and buttholes. Should we go with buttholes?
Yes.
Because we have kind of 2 votes
Yes.
for it.
Holes and buttholes.
All right, open your butt. Okay, so okay.
Keep yours
Okay.
closed.
All right.
I love it.
Chat, you guys get an adjective next, and that's gonna be your last suggestion for the night. So shoot us an adjective. Thank you guys for all your suggestions. These are wonderful parts of the body. Jeff, you also have an adjective.
An adjective. That's
Adjective.
descriptive.
Person, place, or thing.
That's a noun.
Sorry, you have a descriptor.
I have a descriptor.
You have an adjective. I'm retarded.
I know. A velvety.
Hadas, you have a plural noun.
Jane looks scared. Jane.
Zach Blackfire really wants deep fried.
Coffins.
I dig it. I'm gonna go with deep fried actually, because there's a lot of deep fried tentacles. I'm gonna go with deep fried.
Yes, boobs are all that matters.
Because you've given that out a lot, and I want to honor you, Zach Blackfire. So you're a good man. And so, Jeff, you're going to finish us off with a plural noun. Ooh, sorry. We got an axe of deep fried. And we got to go with Chris Canamore for the super chat. Woo!
Just Canmore.
Chris Canamore. I'm sorry for my words. Sorry.
Bloody for adjective.
Bloody!
Adjective. I think I'm going to sign off because I'm quite sleepy.
You don't want to hear this? We're almost at the end.
Do you need any other words from me, or am I good? I'll.
We don't need other words for you, but we're like, this is Jeff's. The word is the last word. I'm going to read
noun?
it. Don't you want to know what it says?
Am I a plural noun?
Yeah.
Butchers.
Okay.
Okay, fine. I'm invested.
I feel like you are, because these are Boba Fett's guide. This is Boba Fett's guide to bounty hunting.
But he said butchers, so no.
Where?
Okay. You ready, Hadas?
Yes.
Boba Fett's guide to bounty hunting. It was Luke Skywalker's destiny to follow in his father's anus steps. And the same can be said for the fiery bounty hunter, Boba Fett. To be a bounty hunter, one must live by a few very heart-wrenching rules. Always be ready to stroke at the slightest sign of trouble. Have your jet tow bead on your back and your spaceship ready to take off at a moment's sausage. You never know when you'll have to pursue a runaway janitor. Oh, don't ask too many mops. You don't want to anger a boss like Jabba the Plunger. Or Darth Jackman.
Yeah.
Play it safe. Just keep your rashes open and your buttholes shut. Stay healthy. Get a velvety night's sleep every night. Eat your green coffins. And get some bloody exercise every day.
Wait, Boba Fett's British?
Yes. That way you'll always be ready for any butchers the universe throws at you.
Jabba the Plunger is only second to fucking Chunk Droid, who comes
And
Easter
Luke
eggs.
Peter Walker. Oh, Jabba the Plunger. Chunk Droid.
Chunk Droid's
Coming
my
scrambled
personal
eggs
favorite. I just
and
think of a
Luke Peter
fat
Walker.
droid.
Oh, God. I love Jabba the Plunger.
I love Chunk Droids.
Jabba the Plunger.
We should watch Star Wars right now.
My favorite is Space Tampon, I want to say.
I do like the space tampons.
So
Okay. And with that, my friends, I am going to sign off because sleep.
Oh, good night, Hadas.
See you soon, Hadas.
Good night, everyone. Stay safe. Stay healthy.
Always.
You do the same things.
Always.
Good night forever.
Always. Always.
I just can't live without you.
Thank you.
I love you. I hate you. I can't get around you.
I just can't take it anymore.
I just can't take it anymore. It's like a silent tale. I lift myself off the floor and then I'm done with you.
Right. WrestleMania. Use that theme song.
All right, we promised the audience. Now we're going to deliver on Corona Kiss, our follow-up
Yes, the
song to the
song.
great Corona song. So we're going to sign off.
Zach Blackfire has good taste. Thank you, Zach, for joining us this evening.
With Corona Kiss.
If you'd like more of this shit, join us over on World Class Bullshitters.
Or here too.
Both. I'm on both channels.
Yeah, I'm on.
You're on both channels
I'm on
now.
both channels too. Huzzah! Where's iTunes?
All right, guys, this is a good song. Don't click away because you think it's over. Seriously, we made this for you.
We made this for
sat
you.
till 4 a.m. writing this shit. It was a musical theory
experiment.
Philip Glass can suck a dick. This
All
is
right.
Hans Zimmer shit.
And this is and it's just listen to all of it, and then we're gonna go bye-bye.
Here's my favorite part.
Chad. You're such a Chad. He always does this. He always says this, James Hancock. He can't help it. Stop molesting me. Booby trap.